They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
So don't forget it.
Mr. Miller lost his voice. No problem. I'll send in the replacements.
Woo! Woo, Daddy Mercy! Mercy, woo, Daddy! Handsome Johnny!
How the heck do you edit on this thing?
Mr. McGrew, you're in photo booth.
What? This son of a...
Hey, that's all right. Good try, but I'll take it from here. Raider pride!
It's justified!
Collision Repair is celebrating their 40th anniversary. For 40 years, Collision Repair has had your back, getting your repairs done quickly using the best tools and technology. They've been able to keep you updated online throughout the repair process. No matter what the bad guys try, Collision Repair works with your insurance to make sure you don't have
the worst experience possible.
Here's to Collision Repair on their 40th anniversary.
Your friendly neighborhood body shop.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hey, Leslie, guess what day it is?
It's game day.
Woo-hoo!
Jalen, how happy are students that go to Nettleton?
I'll say happier than DJ on game day.
Game day!
Be happy, be a Raider. Raider pride is justified.
For Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I love the height of feeling of a great drop.
When I sing my alma mater, I feel it all night long.
I love my school with all my heart and soul.
I know I'm gonna be alright.
Wherever I go.
I'm a little bit country.
And a little bit rock and roll.
From the first time you held on to the time you let go, life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls. That's right, a place where the food comes flying to you, and it's good enough to eat. Front Page Cafe is also famous for our all-you-can-eat pass-arounds that come with every lunch or dinner. Lunch specials start at just $6.99. That includes a meal, flying rolls, and all the pass-arounds you can eat. So get your next home-cooked meal at Front Page Cafe. And don't forget, we've got the best old-fashioned breakfast in town. Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. You know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Hi, I'm Mike Wessel, owner of Hilltop Fitness. I am the former University of Arkansas strength and conditioning coach, former Ultimate Fighter contestant, UFC fighter, and Bellator competitor. I offer at Hilltop Fitness many different programs, from kids programs in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kids boxing, and kids strength and conditioning and athletic training, as well as adult kickboxing classes and adult Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes. If you have any fitness needs or fitness goals, I'm the person to come to. The gym is open 24 hours a day. You can come in anytime, and if you're looking for that extra motivation, that extra push, no matter how bad a shape you're in, we can help you. And if Craig Miller can come to the gym and get in shape, you can do it as well.
Hilltop Fitness, 1712 North Old Greensboro Road, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Is Raider pride truly justified at Nettleton High School? Does John Adams play a mean fiddle?
That's how you do it, son.
Nettleton High School, where Raider pride is justified.
Well, I'm headed to my school, so happy. I got ready to P-R-I-D-E. We can shoot the hoop and swing the bat. I bet you wish your school was cool like that. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider pride, baby. Only school with MTV. Coolest school in history. Now you know our flag colors falling deep. When you come into our house, you know you're gonna get beat. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider pride, baby.
Nettleton TV production, Raider pride justified.
Yeah, we Raiders got the comfort ship, a loaded. Everybody wants to be a show, a boating. Raider pride in the building, yeah, I know it. Oh yeah, Raider Nation till the day it's over.
Raider pride justified, got it on my side. 6 side, beat a guy, run up and you get a high. Pass us the ball, and I'ma score it like.
What y'all know about 5th period Raider pride? Hop up on the field, you might just have to juke and jive. Every day, yeah, I rectify. Cause yeah, you know we 5th period, yeah, we make it live.
What is America? Is it a bald eagle soaring over a Virginian sunrise?
I'll tell you what America is, brother. America is getting your truck fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories.
Russell's Truck Accessories?
Yeah, Russell's Truck Accessories. They got chrome and aluminum wheels. They got big old mud crawling tires. They got lift kits so you can look down on the vegans and commies in their little compact cars. Russell's Truck Accessories. It's more American than Ronald Reagan playing home run derby with John Wayne.
Russell's Truck Accessories is located on South Stadium in Jonesboro.
God bless America and God bless Russell's Truck Accessories.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Yeah, Raider pride. Raider pride. Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Man, our school's pretty amazing. I know. Kind of makes you just want to
Break into song?
I like the faculty.
I like MTV. I like the principal.
Although he paddled me.
We love the black hole.
We love our sports teams.
Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride.
I like the lunchroom.
I like learning.
We love Nettleton. We love our family.
Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride.
In a world where trends come and go, there is one force that has remained strong for over a century. Raider pride.
Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some.
It has withstood tornadoes, witnessed a king, and welcomed new technology. It won't be stopped. It can't be stopped. Raider pride is forever. The heart of a Raider is strong and tenacious. It doesn't quit when the going gets tough. The heart of a Raider is faithful and true. It doesn't forget where it comes from. The heart of a Raider is friendly and kind. It makes friends easily and treats others with love and respect. It fights harder, stands taller, and strives for victory with no fear of defeat. The heart of a Raider belongs to Nettleton, where Raider pride is justified.
Turn up! Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some. We got some. We got some. Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some. And victory be the king. Raider Nation. Raider Nation.
And welcome to historic Haley Field in Blytheville, Arkansas, and tonight's broadcast of Nettleton Raider football on NTV. My name is Craig Miller. I'm joined along ringside by my tag team partner, Coach Keith Thomas. Coach Thomas, together again.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a while. 2 years exactly since we've been together.
That's right. 2 years ago, we received rave reviews from our parents about how good of a job we did calling the games, and you've had other responsibilities in the meantime, and of course last year it was purely student broadcast, and they did all the commentary. But glad to have you back in the broadcast booth tonight, sir.
Well, it's good to be back. I remember the last game that we was here, the very last second, the maybe fumble, not fumble, and we got out of here with a win and very excited. So
yes, we got the win and we escaped to Nettleton with our coattails smoking for sure. Big win, and we are back at Blytheville tonight for what promises to be a very good game. Glad that you are watching it along with us wherever you may be tonight. Nettleton versus Blytheville. Nettleton 3-1 on the season, 0-1 in conference. Blytheville is 0-4, 0-1 in conference, but Coach Thomas, something tells me we should not put too much stock in that 0-4 record.
No, a lot of times you can't look at the records like that. You have to see who everybody's played at this point,
Tell you what, let's get us a close-up of the flag. We're about to have the playing of the national anthem, and we'll step aside for it.
And bright stars through the perilous fight, for the rampart we watched were so gallantly seen, and the rockets red lights, bombs bursting in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
beautiful job of the national anthem. And, Coach, I love that song, but it seemed like back in my ball playing days, I always had a bad game anytime I heard that song.
That seemed to be every time?
Every game.
Every game.
Every game. Nettleton versus Blytheville tonight, and as we were saying, a couple of evenly matched teams. Should be a well of a ball game. Glad to have you along on the broadcast. Let's talk about these starters for the Raiders, and as we go through these starters, a lot of them familiar names and a lot of them who would not have been starting at the beginning of the year. A lot of attrition that normally happens throughout the course of a season, and that is what Nettleton has definitely had. Let's start on offense, and when we start on offense, you got to start with the leader, senior quarterback Cade Carter. What a season this young man has had so far.
He's had a very good one, and he's definitely the focus. If being an old defensive coordinator, he's the guy that I'm going to stop. I'm going to make sure that we try to shut down the receivers and focus on getting Cade rattled and say beat us with the running game,
Getting Cade rattled has been a very difficult task for opposing defensive coordinators this year. On the season, he is 39 for 63. That's 62%. 831 yards. He will go over 1,000 yards, I fully expect, tonight. 11 touchdowns versus 1 interception. That's a very good quarterback rating, Coach.
That's very good, especially in high school football. Just the QBR rating there, as far as touchdowns versus interceptions, that's outstanding for high school football.
Cade Carter, number 10, going to be the starting for quarterback. Joining him in the backfield is Jaquan Dent. Jaquan Dent has been a Nettleton running back for all of 1 week. He got the job last week, and, of course, Nathan Young, who is our standout starter, is out for a few weeks with some ligament damage in his knee, and man, we sure missed Nathan last week against Batesville.
Yeah, and then the kid that came in after the sophomore there, he got banged up as well. So, hey, in high school football, college football, anywhere, it's got to be next man up, be ready.
Yes, Orion Pugh was the sophomore who did an outstanding job last week, but he has a hurt ankle. They're treating it like a sprain, from what I understand. So Orion Pugh, who would be the number 2 guy, is injured as well. Jaquan Dent last week stepped up and did a very good job for the Raiders. 10 carries, 51 yards. If you got a running back that's running an average of 5 yards per carry, he's doing his job well.
Well, and when he got in there, he had a burst of energy, looked really good running the football. So, it's going to be exciting to watch him tonight, see a full game, and see what he can do.
Opening up holes for Jaquan Dent on the offensive line, Alan Campbell at left tackle, Jacob Taylor at left guard, Cooper Williams at center, Jacob Tarpley at right guard, Zane Marshall getting his first start tonight at right tackle as another key injury, Moses Williams, who's an outstanding young lineman for us. Moses Williams with what very well may be a season-ending injury to his ankle last week. Zane Marshall getting the start tonight. That offensive line unit has done a very good job for us this year, Coach.
Very good. And you notice a lot of the people that we're talking about are sophomores that are getting hurt. Right. And that shows with this team, the senior class, there's not very many of them, not very many juniors, so they were leaning on a lot of sophomores, and they're young, and early in the year they're already getting banged up. So everybody's got to be ready, that's for sure.
Next man up, like you said. Quarterback Cade Carter has a very good and reliable complement of receivers to throw the ball to this year. Here are your starters. Number 15, Devin Alexander. Number 7, Charles Moore. Number 84, Josie Perkins. And number 6, Kyle Tolley. Now, last week, Josie Perkins had about 300 all-purpose yards by the time you figure in his receiving yards and his return yards. That young man just went off last week.
That's right. And he's really been going off every week. It's going to be exciting this game because, I feel like Blytheville is going to have some speed. He's been the fastest kid on the field for 4 weeks now. And I'd like to see if Blytheville's got the speed that's going to shut him down. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see.
Blytheville did win the toss, and they have elected to receive. Kyle Tolley, number 6, got the start last week, and really it was sort of his coming out party, if you will. He had an unbelievable game last week, did number 6, Kyle Tolley.
Yeah, and I think every receiver caught at least 1 or maybe 2 balls, and that just shows that, they're complementing each other, and the defense can't focus on one.
Well, Blytheville is a team that's allowing 38.5 points per game, and so they've not been able to stop anybody that they've played so far this year. So look for another high-scoring affair, and look for the Raider offense to come up big tonight, as they've done all season long.
Right.
On the defensive side, and that's the problem with this team so far, we've been scoring 49 points per game, but we've been giving up over 38 points per game. And the defense has struggled to stop the opponents, to be honest with you. Here are your defensive starters on the line: Jacob Taylor, Justin Livingston, and Jorge Salas. Nettleton going with a three-man front today. I guess what you would call the old 3-3 stack is what they're in. The three inside linebackers: Stephen Williams, Charles Moore, and Cameron Scarlett. Now, number 8, Cameron Scarlett, is a young man who factors in big on this team, Coach, on offense and defense.
Yeah, he's a very good athlete. Again, a sophomore that they're looking a lot of good things out of in the future.
Outside linebackers: Jaquan Dent, who has been in the defensive secondary for the most part this year, started at cornerback last week. He's been moved into outside linebacker. Marcellus Barber, the other outside linebacker. Jaquan Dent, one of the Raiders who is playing on offense and defense, and that makes for a long, tough night here in the 5A East whenever a player is doing that.
Yeah, it does, and I see Jacob Taylor's doing it too. And when you're in the trenches doing it, it really makes it rough as well.
Yes. The defensive secondary for Nettleton: cornerbacks, Dez Mitchell. He has been battling a hamstring injury for a lot of this season. Good to have Dez healthy and back at cornerback. And the other cornerback is Quad Brown, who had a big pick six. I think it was in the Pocahontas game. He had the big pick six that kind of sealed the deal for the Raiders' win that night. Quad Brown getting his first start tonight at cornerback. And at safety, they've got number 11, Tommy Scarborough, playing free safety for the Raiders, and that is your defensive starters. We're about 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from kickoff. We'll take a break, let you hear from some of our fine sponsors. When we come back, we will have the kickoff, and we will have the Raiders and the Chickasaws here at historic Haley Field. You are watching Raider football on Nettleton Television.
America. Is it a bald eagle soaring over a Virginian sunrise?
I'll tell you what America is, brother. America is getting your truck fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories.
Russell's Truck Accessories?
Yeah, Russell's Truck Accessories. They got chrome and aluminum wheels. They got big old mud crawling tires. They got lift kits so you can look down on the vegans and commies in their little compact cars. Russell's Truck Accessories. It's more American than Ronald Reagan playing home run derby with John Wayne.
Russell's Truck Accessories is located on South Stadium in Jonesboro.
God bless America, and God bless Russell's Truck Accessories.
And we welcome you to Haley Field in Blytheville, Arkansas. And we are just 30 seconds away from kickoff. Craig Miller, Keith Thomas, bringing you all the action tonight. And, Coach, this turf field looks good. And as we mentioned earlier, I like this stadium. We're right here on the action.
Yeah, it's much like ours. There's no track around it, and the bleachers are right on top of the action, and it makes for a great environment.
Great tradition here at Blytheville, and not just a whole lot of Nettleton Raider faithful has made the trip, so hopefully that means a whole lot of people's watching us at home.
I hope so. Yeah, it's not a sellout crowd, that's for sure, for a home opener.
And the weather is absolutely perfect, 75 degrees and sunny. Finally, Ryan Vaughn does something right, and he dials us up some good weather. I mean, it's been 100 freaking degrees every single game. But it's nice football weather out there, and even looking across at the Raider faithful, I see some of them with some lightweight jackets. There's a blanket or two. So it's starting to feel a little bit more like football season, Coach.
That's right. Hopefully less cramps.
Indeed. Michael Golden on to kick off. Back deep for Blytheville is number 1, Jermel Woods. Now that number 1, Jermel Woods, that's going to be a name that we call early and often tonight, Coach. One of the best backs in the 5A East.
Yeah, he had a good week against us last year, if I remember correctly. So it's going to be challenging for us to get that young man down.
Willie Bell also back. Some of you Raider faithful may remember he had a pick 6 last year in Nettleton in the Chickasaws game against Blytheville. That's a game that I'd like to put out of my memory. That was a tough game as Blytheville came to our house and hit us in the mouth. Michael Golden kicks it high, deep, into the end zone, and whenever you're kicking it to Jermel Woods, that's a good thing.
That's very good. I'd kick it in the end zone every time.
They'll put the ball on the 20-yard line, and that's where Blytheville will start, 1st and 10. The Raider defensive unit out on the field. This is a defense that has struggled this year. It would be great for them to get a stop right out of the chute.
Yeah, and this is a new coach, so it's going to be exciting to see what kind of offense and what they're going to do a little different.
Lance Stone, the new head coach. Coach Fisher is an assistant now. Interesting dynamic there. Jeremiah Northern, the quarterback. He gives to Woods. He's hit immediately in the backfield. That's a tackle for a loss. Number 78, that's big Justin Livingston, and that's a good start, Coach.
Boy, he just went right through the A-gap. Nobody blocked him. He's in the backfield, almost took the handoff.
He was through the line like X-Lax through a widow woman. Good start. That's a loss of 5. It's going to be 2nd down and 15. Coach, I hope you can see over there.
Yeah, I'm great.
We've got a wall here in the broadcast location. It kind of makes it hard to see whenever we're down in the red zone on the right side of your screen. Give to Woods, a shifty runner. He makes it back close to the line of scrimmage. It looked like Jacob Taylor tripped him up, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long situation. We'll call it 3rd down and 12 for Blytheville.
Might be a first passing situation. They're 4 wide, so let's see if the quarterback can sling it.
Balanced set, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. The quarterback, Northern.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, a little offsides right there. That's
Stephen Williams.
Inside linebacker, number 22, Stephen Williams. And
had a blitz on and just timed it.
That'll make it 3rd down, a little more manageable, but it's still 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 for Blytheville. So far, the Raider defensive line has had no problem penetrating the offensive line of Blytheville.
Now they switched to a trip set instead of even.
Northern gives to Woods, running left side, makes a cut, and he appears to have a 1st down. He does, and then some. And big run there by Woods, and that's one thing that young man brings to the table, Coach. He can bust one.
Yeah, you have to think that offsides there changed the play call right there.
1st and 10 for the Chickasaws on the 37-yard line of Blytheville. 14 yards on that carry. And you're right, Coach, that 3rd and 7, that made it a running down, a whole lot more so than a for sure passing down. Northern, the quarterback, from the gun. In the backfield, Jermel Woods. Pulls it back. Pass is complete. Out in the flats to number 2. That's Cameron Scarlett, who makes the tackle just past the sticks. Another 1st down for Blytheville.
Little play action pass there and get it to the athlete out in space. Boy, it's always scary. 12 yards on that pass. So it's
a lot of you Nettleton fans out there will recognize that name. Jeremiah Northern has a couple of relatives. One, J-Ron, who graduated from Nettleton just a couple of years ago. Great receiver for Nettleton. And some of his kinfolk out there calling the shots for Blytheville tonight. 2 receivers out wide right, 2 receivers to the left. Direct snap to Woods. Woods running left side. He's crossed midfield, across the 40, pushed out of bounds by Tommy Scarborough, and that's going to be another 1st down for Blytheville.
Yeah, we're in a 3 front, and we're in playing 4 eyes, which is inside the tackle, so I believe they're going to attack us on the edge all night.
Gain of 19, another 1st down for Blytheville. The clock at 9 minutes, 43 seconds. That's the 3rd consecutive play in which Blytheville has gotten a 1st down.
You know, those first few plays, they tried to go up the middle and there was nothing there, but they've started attacking the edge and they've had success.
Trips out wide right, 1 receiver to the left. Northern gives to Woods, stutter step in the backfield, and he is tackled by Charles Moore and Jacob Taylor. That'll be a I believe maybe a tackle for a loss. Actually, it looks like he might have got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, again, they tried to go inside the tackle there. We had an X stun on this outside here, and I believe, I don't think they're going to have any running room inside the tackles.
Livingston, Taylor, Salas doing a good job there, the interior defensive lineman for the Raiders. 2nd down and 10. Trips wide right. One receiver over here to the left. Woods in the backfield. Northern the quarterback. He's back to pass, looking to his right, hits Woods out in the flats. He's got some running room, makes a cut, and he is tackled at the 25. That was Nettleton's Jaquan Dent, the outside linebacker, leading the tackles. Short of the first down, it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Boy, we're giving them a lot of room on the trip side. Anytime they go trips, we're not matching up with them and playing off. And on that wide side of the field, those athletes out in space, that's a scary concept.
2 receivers out to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Woods in the backfield. Trying to draw the Raiders off sides. Good discipline by our defensive line there. Watching the ball. Direct snap to Woods. He's running left, and he is wrapped up, stopped short of the first down. Good tackle by Jaquan Dent. Charles Moore also in on the stop. That's a loss of 2. It's going to be 4th down and 4.
And that was a good job by our defensive coordinator there. They did a check with me. He changed the play, and then we changed on defense. So and we rolled right into where they were trying to run, which was outside, on the outside edge again.
4th and 4. The Chickasaws going for it here. So a chance for the Raider defense to get an all-important stop here.
Well, we got 2 guys covering 3 out there. I do not like that setup.
Trips right, and I don't believe.
I don't think Coach Hampton liked it either.
Coach Hampton liked that a bit either.
Yeah.
He's called a timeout to talk about it. We'll take one with them. 7 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We're scoreless here at Haley Field. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
First time you held on to the time you let go. Life is a series of unforgettable firsts, the ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field. 7:36 remaining in the first quarter. We're scoreless. It's a big 4th down and 4 situation for the Chickasaws.
We're good.
Jeremiah Northern, the quarterback. Jermail Woods in the backfield with
there
him.
we go.
Hard count and
threw his own guys off.
Yes, that'll be a false start against Blytheville. That'll back them up 5. That 4th and 5, maybe 4th and 4 turns into 4th and 9, 4th and 10. I like 4th and 10 a lot better than 4th and 5.
I do too. It limits the play calling.
4th and 9, actually.
Josie Perkins just came in as a safety.
Trips out wide right.
Thinking of passing down. Maybe he can get over the top, break up a pass.
4th and 9. Northern back over the middle. He is hit hard, and it's going to be close to a first down.
Man, just enough for a first down.
Yeah, I believe forward progress.
Yep. And Josie broke on the ball. He was just a little bit late. The quarterback got hit just as he threw it, too. If we can do that all night, he may get quicker and throw it in the wrong places. We had an X stun on the backside, hit him in the back just as he threw the ball.
It'll be 1st and 10 Chickasaws from the Raider 20. Big 4th down conversion right there. Northern directing traffic. Direct snap to Woods. Running left side. He's met immediately. Looks like Justin Livingston leading the tackle. Also in on the stop for Nettleton is Jorge Salas. A gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
That was a good job. They went in motion. We didn't move, and they tried to come back from where they went out of motion in, and we were there waiting on them.
Correction, is actually a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Connor Barnes listening to the game tonight, watching the game. Gave us a shout-out on the YouTube feed. Great to have Connor
He's an old TV dude.
That's right. This time last year, he'd be working on the broadcast at ASU. Proud of Connor.
Oh, right there.
Picked off by Tommy Scarborough. Scarborough makes it back out to about the 18-yard line, and turnover in the red zone. That's just what the doctor ordered, Coach.
Hey, that's, defenses, they don't get enough credit, but the bend but don't break. You let them move it, It's a cat and mouse game. You got to feel them. You can watch all the film you want, but until you get on the field and see how fast they are, see how they hit, see how they tackle, see how they run, it's a field game, and that was a good job by the defense.
Tommy Scarborough, if I'm not mistaken, that's his 3rd interception of the year. Does that sound right, Sean? 2 picks and 1 fumble recovery. That's it. We appreciate Sean Saunders from the Jonesboro Sun. He's always a good hand for us up here in the booth. That's Jaquan Dent, the ball carrier, and just bowling his way forward for some positive yards.
It's a nice run. 3 yards, 4 yards.
He's making his 2nd appearance as a Nettleton Raider running back tonight. We'll call that a gain of 4, gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 after the tough run by Jaquan Dent. The Raiders go with trips out near side.
Quads on this side, empty set.
Cade Carter from the gun. Kyle Tolley on the high end, and now Jaquan Dent back to the backfield. He pulls it. Pass is complete to the outlaw, Josie Perkins. He's to the 40, to the 50. He loses the ball, but gets a hold of it, juggles it, and wisely hits the dirt right there. So Josie Perkins with a big run after the catch. The Raiders 1st down inside Blytheville territory.
Yeah, Alexander was sitting there waiting on a block instead of getting the block. He could have sprung him, and he would have been gone, but he mistimed his block there.
Gain of 30 on the play.
And also Chickasaw corner mistimed it. I think he thought he overthrew it, and he was waiting on the overthrow, and it wasn't there.
Trips left, Jaquan Dent in the backfield. In motion is the outlaw Josie Perkins. The give is to Jaquan Dent, running left side, trying to hit the corner. He is slung backwards by the outside linebacker, and it's going to be, depending on the spot, but I believe a short loss on 1st down.
2 yards it looks like. Man, that you hate that with a young running back like that. The block was there. If he'd have stuck his foot in the ground and got north and south, he probably had about 3 or 4 yard gain instead of a 2 yard loss. But, the backs always think they're a little faster than they are and can outrun everybody instead of just going north and south. So
2nd down and 12 for the Raiders. Cade Carter looking to pass, rolling right, under pressure, throws the ball up. And boy, that was a dangerous throw right there. We're very fortunate that was an incomplete pass, not an interception.
Yeah, and I think we're going to have the lineman downfield. It was supposed to be a screen. I think the receiver got mixed up and went downfield. He didn't have anybody to throw to originally. Well, we definitely had lineman downfield.
Flag on the play, and let's see what the man in the white hat says. So, against the Raiders, illegal man downfield.
Yeah. Like I said, it looked like it was set up to be a screen, and our receiver did not. He went downfield as well, and Cade didn't have anybody to throw to right off the bat.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down. 2nd down and 17 for the Raiders. 3 receivers outright, Josie Perkins, Devin Alexander, Cameron Scarlett down here, Kyle Tolley on the left side, Jaquan Dent in the backfield with quarterback Cade Carter. Carter passing out right. Ball is deflected and nearly intercepted, intended for Josie Perkins, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 17. Another risky throw there.
Yeah, I don't like those screens to the wide side of the field. That's why you watch a lot of teams, and they like to do it to the short side of the field because it's quick. It's a quick hit. That ball hangs in the air a long time when you're going from hash to the other numbers, and a lot of the bad things can happen there.
4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We're scoreless. 3rd down and 17 for the Raiders. That is a bunched up formation. Josie Perkins swinging wide right now. He is past the numbers. Cade Carter, screen pass. It is complete to Jaquan Dent. Fumble on the play. And it is recovered by the Chickasaws. He scoops, and it looks like he is going to score. Cade Carter, the only defense. Scoop and score, touchdown Blytheville. That's Willie Bell with the fumble recovery. Now, Coach, we got
and we got an injury on the field.
Got a replay right here.
And it's a running back's injured. Dent's hurt.
Yeah, there's Willie Bell, you can see on the replay, who took it to the house. And, yeah, the injured Raider is Jaquan Dent, 57 yards on the fumble recovery.
And that's not good news for the Raiders. We talked about the injuries to the running back, and to see him laying out there in pain is not a good start for the Raiders with three and a half quarters left to go.
It looks like they're maybe a hamstring injury, Coach, just based upon the
where they're touching
the
and
trainer.
Talking, yeah.
That's.
I hope not a knee.
Jaquan is in some obvious pain out there. The coaches, like they are working on the upper right thigh is what it looked like from here. And he's up, and yes, he's favoring his right leg.
Yeah, he's not putting any weight on it.
Not putting any weight on it, and that's not a good sign. So let's hope that Jaquan is all right and not seriously injured. Well, the hits just keep on coming, don't they?
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, it seems like it happens that way. I've coached for a long time, and you just start feeling like you just can't catch a break. You know, you have those years where you're just like, what else can go wrong?
As Jaquan Dent is being helped off the field, Mackey Rayner, I believe is how you, Mackay, thank you, Mackay Rayner. Appreciate Sean Saunders keeping me straight up here. Jonesboro Suns, Sean Saunders. He does a great job of covering the Raiders for the newspaper. And he's a heck of a spotter up here and a help for me, I promise you. The point after attempt, snap, hold, kick, and is no good.
No good.
So with 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter, your score, Blytheville 6, Nettleton 0. So bad news, turnover, score. Good news, they missed the PAT. You know, sometimes in a close game, those things come back to hurt a team.
They do. They do. You know, and the thing about it is we've struggled as well with our PAT, so it may be who can make that gets to win the ball game tonight. So hopefully we can come back, bounce back right here, and do something positive offensively and not let the injury bug keep getting us down.
Scoreboard at Haley Field here is evidently the score is not working. It is 6-0. It says 0-0. Our scoreboard on our screen though looks to be right. Want to say a shout out to Ryan Bell, who's directing the broadcast tonight. Ryan always does a fantastic job. Running camera is Kobe Miller, and we appreciate Kobe taking his Friday night. He could be out on a date with numerous hot chicks.
That's right.
Kobe and Ryan both, but instead they come out and bring Raider football to Raider Nation. So two great young men. We appreciate them being a part of the broadcast.
We do appreciate that.
Kyle
Disappointing the women already.
Oh, yeah. You can hear the women crying all over Craighead County.
That's right.
Josie Perkins and Kyle Tolley back deep for the Raiders. And if Blytheville is smart, they'll try to stay away from number 84. And it's a short pooch
kick. I think they got offsides.
Offside, so they'll back it up 5 and re-kick that thing.
I tell you, special teams, you got a kicker that can kick the ball, punt the ball. I mean, it's just a different level, especially at the high school level.
Yeah, I take it that Blytheville does not have that like we do. Michael Golden, who can put the ball in the end zone.
Right. Then you start trying to get cutesy and do things, pooch kick or squib kick and do things like that, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and that young man looks like he was trying to time his steps, and they got offsides because of it.
One thing that's helped our kicking game, Coach, is the soccer program.
Yeah, and I think that's helped a lot of kicking programs across the state.
He kicks it as deep as he can. Josie Perkins on the run. He's fighting his way past midfield, and he's taken down inside Blytheville territory. The Raiders will start off with good field position after a strong return by Josie Perkins.
You know what I like about watching Josie is he's just so effortless. I mean, he just kicked his foot up as a kid. I mean, he doesn't look like he's running hard, doesn't look like he's running fast, but he's covering a lot of ground. He's so deceptively fast.
24 yards on the return for Josie. And the Raiders' offense is going to go back to work. Cade Carter in the backfield. The running back with him, Cameron Scarlett. The give is to Cameron. He runs left side. Good, tough runner, and he gets about a gain of 4 before he's brought down. And it's going to be second down, and we'll call it second down and 7. Gain of 3 for Cameron Scarlett. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
You know, and I've been noticing the scouting report coming in is Blytheville's going to be in cover 4 way off our receivers. And they're not doing that tonight. They've either been cover 3 or cover 2, it looks like. So they've totally changed their defensive scheme coming into this game.
Carter passes downfield and dropped there by Josie Perkins, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Boy, and that's a perfect call on that defense, too. Yep. He'd split the safeties and went to the house on that one.
Kind of interesting that Blytheville is doing that because the success we've had in the passing game this year has been downfield.
Yes, yeah. And that was the question mark coming in. If they're playing cover 4 and 10 to 15 yards off, we probably weren't going to get behind them, so we were going to have to dink and dunk and do things underneath, and that may have been why we started out doing what we're doing. But now that they're sitting there in cover 3 and doing different defenses, now it looks like we're going back to our other passing game.
Nice catch on the far sideline by Kyle Tolley as he made the catch, made sure he got his feet down. That's a 1st down Raiders. Good throw, good catch.
That's right. Notice we're not doing the screens in the short game anymore. We're attacking a little bit farther downfield because, like I said, what they thought coming in the game, they're not doing it. So now they're going to try to make them pay for it.
1st and 10 for the Raiders.
I mean, every defender is within 10 yards.
He gives to Cameron Scarlett, running hard left side. He's got the 1st down. He's close to the 20-yard line. Good hard run by the sophomore, Cameron Scarlett.
Yeah, and, you know, he would be the back that they prefer to be in there most times because he is such a hard runner. But, boy, he's so good on defense, and it's so hard at this level to play both ways. So you kind of have to pick which side you need him on the most, and definitely, you know, we need him on defense to stop the running back they have.
That's a career-long run for Cameron Scarlett, but trust me, that career-long won't last long. I believe we're going to have a false start by the Raiders. That'll back it up 5. It'll be 1st down and 15. Actually, offsides against the Chickasaws. Okay, well, good news.
Yeah, they move first.
I was thinking negatively up here. Power of positive thinking, indeed. 1st and 5 for the Raiders. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Blytheville up 6-0 over Nettleton. Give to Cameron Scarlett, and boy, he is running hard. He's moving the pile inside the 5-yard line. He's down to about the 1. How about that? 1st down Raiders. Cameron Scarlett running like a man possessed.
You know, and I hate to say it, but I would find another linebacker. That needs to be your workhorse. He for to be a sophomore, and like what I said a while ago, is they don't understand. They go sideline to sideline. He sticks his foot in the ground and gets north and south and runs the ball very, very hard.
It's 1st down and goal to go on the 2-yard line. Scarlett in the backfield with Carter. Give to Scarlett, running right side. Boy, he is stuck this time. Willie Bell, the man who scooped and scored and put the points on the board, makes a good tackle on Cameron that time. It's a loss of about 1. It's going to be 2nd down and goal to go from the 3.
Yep. That was a good hard run. Just had one too many we couldn't block there. Bell was unblocked, and he met the back in the hole. 2nd down and goal from the 3. Give to Cameron Scarlett, left side, churning his legs. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. There's a 3 yards, and that was all Scarlett right there.
Cameron Scarlett with the will to get into the end zone, and he puts the Raiders on the board. The sophomore running back, he was a quarterback on the junior high team last year that won the Conference 5A East Championship. He is a warrior and a football player. Good hard run there by Cameron Scarlett. And now then the man with the golden foot, Michael Golden, on to attempt the PAT.
Crucial PAT.
Tommy Scarborough on the hold. The kick is up, and it's good. And with 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the Raiders take a 7-6 lead after the PAT by Michael Golden. Special teams making a difference right there.
Yeah, and like I said, that may be the difference in this ball game, because we've talked about how we got two high-scoring offenses and two defenses that struggle at times to stop the ball. So, I mean, this could be who has the ball last, or who's missed more PATs or made more PATs. So, yeah, everything counts right now.
Well, if Cameron Scarlett, 5 carries for 33 yards on that drive. So you mentioned a phrase earlier, next man up mentality. Jaquan Dent goes down, next man up.
That's
Cameron
right.
Scarlett, and boy, he toted the mail on that drive.
Yeah, he did great. And, you know, in the ideal world, you'd want Dent carrying the ball and then Scarlett playing defense as much as you can. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do. That's right.
Not a perfect world. 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and what promises to be a high-scoring contest. It's 7-6. The Raiders with a 1-point lead over Blytheville. Michael Golden kicks it high and deep. See if it reaches the end zone. It does, between the C and the H. And another great job by Michael Golden with putting the ball in the end zone. Touchback.
You know, and with that injury, what hurts as well is Dent was a starting linebacker.
That's right.
And so they were probably going to split carries. Now you got Cameron Scarlett toting the mail, so he's going to be more winded. So you've probably lost two good defensive players at the same time, you know.
An injury like that has a ripple effect on a team for sure.
It does. And it seems like they're all hitting us in the running back and linebacker area.
Northern, the quarterback. He wears number 3. Jermel Woods, outstanding running back in the backfield with him. He gives to Woods, runs left side, looking for some room, and he is tackled by the proverbial host of Raiders.
Yep, Des Mitchell was there to lead the charge.
Yeah, good play there by Dez. A little bit slow getting up was Javante Wallace, but he's up in good shape. Gain of 2. It's 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, they're going with the trip set with the tight end. Trips away with the tight end on this side. Tried to run back to the tight end side, and that brings the corner in, which is Des Mitchell, and he was there to make the tackle.
Passing out in the flats, and that's he had a first down. Now he's running the wrong direction, Coach.
Yeah, he's going to end up.
Well, I thought he was down right there, but I guess he keeps on going.
He gets it up, but now we got a block in the back or something. Anytime you reverse field like that, the holding, the block in the backs, things like that, just seems to happen.
He ran for about 80 yards, gained about 10.
That's right. Got a block in the back, and it's going to be 2nd down again.
Yes, block in the back against Blytheville. So they'll back it up and replay 2nd down. I guess that's a spot foul. So,
yeah, from
the end of the run. Okay.
So it'll end up being about where they started at. Gained a yard after all that.
Yeah, that's a lot of work to gain 1 yard.
Yeah, and like I said, that usually happens when you reverse field and run that long. It's just so hard not to hold or not to block in the back.
40 seconds and ticking. Actually, it's down around 30 seconds here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 7. Northern gives to Woods, running right side. He's got a big hole, and he's got a first down.
Maybe a hold right here.
Yep. Tackle made by Markellen Barber, but there is a flag on the play. That's going to be holding against Blytheville, and that one will come back.
Yeah, their front line there, they're pretty lazy with their feet, and we're stunning in the gap, and they're not getting in front of us, and it looks like they're just reaching out and holding.
So penalties hurting Blytheville so far tonight. It's going to be a 12-yard penalty after the spot foul. It's going to be second down. We'll call that second down and 17 from the 12. Big penalty there. Northern, the quarterback, Woods in the backfield with him.
They try to make us jump off sides and go to the quarter.
In motion,
nope, they're going to run a play. Whoa.
The pass is incomplete, and I didn't hear the buzzer, but the clock is reading 0-0-0. That is the end of the first quarter. Good guys up by 1. Nettleton 7, Blytheville 6. We'll take a break, let you hear from some of our wonderful sponsors. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
Collision Repair is celebrating their 40th anniversary. For 40 years, Collision Repair has had your back, getting your repairs done quickly using the best tools and technology. They've been able to keep you updated online throughout the repair process. No matter what the bad guys try, Collision Repair works with your insurance to make sure you don't have
the worst experience possible.
Here's the Collision Repair on their 40th anniversary.
Your friendly neighborhood body shop.
And we welcome you back to Haley Field, where Nettleton has a 7-6 lead over Blytheville. Thank you so much for watching the contest tonight on NTV. Paula Gordon watching, saying that we love NTV. 35-18. Those numbers mean something to me. I promise you, Miss Paula. Kylan Burns, let's do it, Nettleton. Good luck, Nettleton. LaJavian Irvin, the junior high quarterback. Let's go, Nettleton. Glad to have all of you folks watching. It is third down and 17 for Blytheville. Nettleton's defense with a chance to get another one of them stops, which frankly have been hard to come by this year, Coach.
Yeah, again, with the injuries, young guys, I mean, they're going to take their toll. Hopefully they just learn.
Northern's pass
another
way
overthrow.
Downfield, and it is incomplete. That's intended for Tavares Townsend, and it's going to be fourth down and 17 for the Chickasaws.
You know, that's the silver lining. You know, sometimes whenever you just don't have the talent and you're just like, hey, we're just not going to be very good on defense. But when you have youth out there that's learning the game, and then you're having injuries that you're going to see that's going to come back, so you hope to make it through the next 2 or 3 games and then be strong and healthy, you know, if you make the playoffs and have a playoff run. So there is some silver lining there for our defense.
A lot of guys getting the chance to get out there on the field on a Friday night, and you just cannot replace that.
Yeah, and that just helps the deeper you go or the longer the season goes, because something happens late in the year, you have a guy that's had some experience in the game. So
the punter is Kentorius Dotstry, and Nettleton does not have anybody back to receive the punt.
And they called a timeout.
Called a timeout. Blytheville did. We'll take it with them. 7-6 Raiders, 11:55 to go in the first half. You are watching Raider football on NTV.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. You know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
And we welcome you back to historic Haley Field in Blytheville, Arkansas, where we have a dandy going on. 11:55 remaining in the first half. Nettleton with a 7-6 lead. Blytheville going to be punting from their own goal line. Nettleton is not, they don't have anybody back deep. And Coach, at this point in the game, it's not a bad decision in my opinion. Boy, That was nearly blocked. A good Chickasaw roll down to the 43-yard line, and that's where it will be down. The Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, the only time I don't like putting one back is if it's a fake punt situation. But there's two philosophies. You put somebody back here like a Josie Perkins that can break the game open, or you put somebody back there safe that's going to keep, like that ball hit on the 35 and rolled all the way down to the 45,
right,
other side of the 50. You lose so many yards in a roll situation. So if you just put sure hands back there that can fair catch it and catch it, you'll save yourself so many yards.
That was a 30-yard roll there, basically.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Two receivers to the left, one wide right, in motion Perkins. The give is to
face mask
to Cameron Scarlett, and there's a flag. I believe that was helmet to helmet there. As Cameron Scarlett, there was a face mask, and he was also drilled there. Helmet to helmet looked like to me. Let's see what the referee says. I believe it's going to be face mask.
Yep.
Yeah, face mask against Blytheville. And, Coach, if I'm not mistaken, there's no such thing as a 5-yard face mask anymore.
No.
The malicious intent rule is gone. It's a 15-yard penalty no matter what. Is that correct?
No.
5-yard,
they called a 5-yard.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Yes. As I was saying, there's no such thing.
Yeah.
They just did one. It'll be 1st down and 7.
Sometimes we still got 1st down. It's 1st and
6, and that's Cameron Scarlett who slung down. He slung forward for a gain of 1.
Yeah, and I think the rookie Zane Marshall there, first time getting in the game here, he missed a block. He was pulling left tackle there, and he just ran by who he was supposed to block there. Still looks like a good 1st down because it's 2nd and 6.
Exactly.
Still looks like a 4-yard gain. 5, yeah.
Exactly.
5-yard gain.
Give me 2nd down and 5 every time. 2nd and 5, maybe 2nd and 6. 3 receivers out left in motion is the outlaw, Josie Perkins. Carter in the backfield with Cameron Scarlett. Looking for the outlaw, Josie Perkins, and it is off of the hands of Perkins. Good defense over there by the Chickasaws, and incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 6. Another one of those throws that kind of puts a little fear into the
It does, and Cade Carter's got a good arm. He can throw the deep ball, but that every time it's up, you hold your breath because that was pretty good coverage by the cornerback there.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Raiders. Kyle Tolley, the near receiver. Cameron Scarlett in motion. He's wide right now.
Got an empty backfield. Josie's wide open in
Carter's
flats.
pass to Josie Perkins, and boy, he's hit hard down there, and he loses his footing. Going to be maybe a loss of 1 right there. It'll bring up 4th down and 7.
Yeah, I think we got away from the running game there. We got the ball. Scarlett went right down. We scored. We ran one running play there and got 1 yard and then started trying to throw the ball again. I believe their weakness is their offensive line and their defensive line. We need to really lean on that and take advantage, and that's only going to open up in the second half because they're going to get tired.
Raiders electing to punt. That's Cameron Scarlett.
Oh,
it's a
Lord.
muffed snap, and it's going to be a fumble recovery by Blytheville. He picked it up, tried to advance it, but he was down. That is Nadre Lewis. And
has Scarlett always been punting for us?
Scarlett started the season as the punter. Cade has been doing some punting as well.
That's why I was confused because I thought the last time I saw Cade punting. So
big break there by Blytheville. The scoreboard says that they are beating us 47-7. That is incorrect. The Raiders do have a 7-6 lead. Anybody here at the game, you can relax. That's just a
glitch.
A glitch in the scoreboard. It's 1st and 10, Blytheville, after the 11-yard loss on the muffed snap. Blytheville with excellent field position at the Raider 35-yard line. A little bit of confusion there on the Chickasaw side, it looks like. Northern gives it to Jermel Woods, running right side. He's got a hole. He's got some room. He's down to the 20. That's where Tommy Scarborough makes the tackle, but not after a big run by Woods and a first down for Blytheville.
That's a real good open field tackle by Scarborough there on a very good back.
Yes. Good job by Tommy, and that very well may have saved 6.
Yeah, it did. The coach was trying to get the outside receiver to move down so he could crack block our linebacker because they were running just off the right tackle.
It's 1st and 10 for the Chickasaws on the Raider 19-yard line. Again, the give to Woods, and this time Jorge Salas hits him immediately. That's going to be a tackle for the loss. Actually, that was John Johnson, number 5, who had come in to spell Woods. It's going to be a loss of a couple. We'll call it second and 12. Jorge Salas.
I'm telling you, in between the tackles, you can just watch their linemen. We're driving them backwards. The success they're having is off the edge. If they tack us on the edge, they're having a little bit of success. But between the tackles, we're making it very difficult for them.
Woods returns to the backfield.
Oh.
And that's going to be offsides on the Raiders. Well, let's see if he was drawn off. Yeah, offsides against Nettleton. That'll make the 2nd and 12 into a 2nd down and 7. Second down and 8, rather. Ball on the 17-yard line of the Raiders. The part of the field where it's really hard for us to see, Coach.
That's right. This wall here makes it difficult. I was hoping we played a lot on the other end. It doesn't seem that way so far.
Northern back to pass over the middle. It's complete for a touchdown. Touchdown, Chickasaws. Complete to number 8, Tavares Townsend. Very good throw there by Northern.
Yeah, they had quads left, had a single receiver backside, and good pitch and catch there.
8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Blytheville back on top.
Very important play here.
Yeah, Blytheville going for 2 right here as they missed the PAT after their first score. As Coach said, this 2-point conversion may factor in large to the outcome of this game.
Oh,
bad snap.
Bad snap.
Northern trying to scoop it. Let's see if the Raider, he's throwing it, and it is
through
the hands. Yeah, just a little bit high. Had a couple of guys open right there, but just overthrew them. We caught a break there, Coach.
We caught a big break there because our defensive backfielder is watching, thinking we're fixing to get a sack, and they just let 2 guys go free in the end zone, and thank goodness he overthrew them.
So with 8 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the half, Blytheville leads the Raiders 12-7. And thankfully, Blytheville's outscored us 2-1, but they have not been able to convert the point after attempts.
Yeah, like I said, that could be very crucial in the fourth quarter. We've been here before with them in tight ball games, The fumbles and the turnovers and the extra points is what's been the difference many times.
Beautiful night in Blytheville. Temperature at 69 degrees and clear. And that is music to my ears. I'm tired of those highs in the 90s and sweating out here watching the Raiders cramp every other play.
Yeah, it's getting season to go start a fire somewhere.
Yes, I like it. Going out in the deer woods and sweating.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
That's no fun for me.
Seasonal temperatures here tonight, and it's a very good thing. 69 degrees and clear. Kickoff is fielded by Kyle Tolley. Kyle Tolley running to the right side. He's got some room. He turns on the jets. Kyle Tolley across midfield. He is nailed out of bounds there, but he makes it to the 50, about the, we'll call it the 47-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Heck of a return.
48, yep.
48-yard line. Heck of a return by Kyle Tolley. I mean, he's got some wheels.
I was wondering where he was going when he took off that way, but he did get to the edge and get around the corner and probably gained another 8 yards. Yeah, 35-yard return there.
Kyle Tolley, who had over 150 yards receiving last week, proving that he is an all-purpose football player out there. Good to see Kyle running the ball like that. Charles Moore in motion. Now Perkins in motion. The give is to Cameron Scarlett running up the middle across the 40. He's close to the first down.
I'm glad to see us get back to running straight ahead with that young man. I think that's where we're going to have success all night tonight. You can just look at their defensive linemen, and they've got their hands on their hips, and they're struggling. And we're pretty big up front.
Gain of 9. It's 2nd down and 1 for the Raiders. Carter and Scarlett in the backfield. Again, the give to Scarlett. He bounces to the right, has the first down, and he is still battling.
3-yard gain, first down.
Forward progress is going to be marked about the 35-yard line, and that is a first down for the Raiders.
And the key here is we know that the running game was what we need, but at the same time, they don't want to keep giving Scarlett and get him banged up because, we're running out of options in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll do if Cameron goes down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can't, just lean on him and make him the work mule because you don't want him banged up as well.
Carter back to pass. Going deep on the right sideline, Devin Alexander battles for the ball, and it is incomplete.
Yeah, Devin had to turn into the defensive back there. Carter hung the ball up a little too long, and the Chickasaw defensive back to that side, he plays pretty well. He was in great position right there.
His name is John Johnson, number 5 for the Chickasaws. Kind of a jump ball out there. I guess Cade might have thought he liked his chances with big Devin Alexander.
Yeah, I like that a little closer to the end zone.
Yes. Cade got hit hard after the play. He took a couple of tough shots last week in the Batesville game. Senior quarterback showing some toughness. It's first down and 10. The give to Cameron Scarlett running left side. Gain of 3, or gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, we don't. We're just the opposite of Blytheville. We're not having as much success running off tackles. We're doing a lot better between the tackles. When we run straight forward, it seems we can get yards, where Blytheville's just the opposite. They're having their most success running off the edge. So,
my mistake, Coach. It's actually 3rd down and 8. I said 2nd down and 8. Forgot about that incomplete pass there. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders. Carter back to pass. Going deep. Intended for Josie Perkins. This one is picked off by Johnson. Johnson on the return. And he is hit hard by Cameron Scarlett at the 40-yard line. And we've been flirting with disaster all night long. And this time the Chickasaws made us pay.
Yeah. We're throwing a lot of balls up for just who can get it. Like we said before, I don't know how well we're going to be able to get behind with their speed and how far they're playing off of us. It's like they're baiting us into throwing that deep ball, and so far they've been there every time.
There is a penalty marker down on the field. I believe it was.
Yeah, I think it's holding on us. They're going to decline it, yeah.
Actually, it's a chop block.
Block.
I believe it. I guess it's on the return.
No, it was before the pass.
Chop block against the Raiders. You would think if it would be decline and accept the interception. Yes, declined. And
hey, every once in a while you run across those those crews and refereeing that you just hold your breath and hope they're interpreting right.
Yes. So 1st and 10 Blytheville on their own 40 after the interception. That is Cade Carter's first interception since week 1. 6:44 to play in the first half. Blytheville on the ground. Woods, room to run. He is in Nettleton territory, tackled at the 35-yard line. Big run there by the excellent back, Jermel Woods.
Yeah, and again, the edge run there. They crack blocked. Scarlett was our outside linebacker right there where he was running at, and the outside receiver come down and crack blocked him. Good play design by them.
Gain of 24 by Woods. 1st and 10, Chickasaws on the Raider 35. Clock rolling at 6 minutes and 24 seconds. 75 yards on 10 carries for Woods. A little jet sweep, I guess you would call that, and he is tackled out of bounds by Nettleton's number 22, Stephen Williams.
Yeah, and the crazy thing with those jet sweeps, if he pitches it forward like that, that's considered a pass. Had he dropped the ball, that's not a fumble. So where if he stuck the ball out and handed it off, it's just a little technicality there.
So that's considered a complete pass, right?
That's
there,
complete. Yep, 7 yards, 6. However far, 8 yards, 8-yard pass.
2nd down and 3. Chain gang is a little bit confused over there. They're showing 1st and 10. But it's 2nd down and 3.
Yep, he's moving now.
Having some issues.
Northern gives to Woods, running at right side. He's brought down after maybe a short game. Leading the tackle for Nettleton is Jorge Salas. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Chickasaws.
Talk about Scarlett on the offensive side of how hard he works. That Salas kid is a sophomore, and for a defensive lineman, he works awfully hard as well.
Excellent young man, Jorge Salas. Doing a fine job for the Raiders. It's 3rd down and 2. Northern looks over to the coaching staff. Hops to his right. Direct snap to Woods. And he is hit in the backfield, but he shucks it and gets the 1st down.
Yeah, that running back moved way before the ball got there.
Quarterback was moving forward.
Yep.
Down to the
quarterback
20.
and the running back went forward for the ball snap. So
they got away with it.
They did.
Got the 1st down. 5 minutes and 17 seconds and ticking, says the clock. Blytheville looking to add to their 12-7 lead.
We need a turnover right here. In the worst way.
Northern and Woods in the backfield. Direct snap to Woods. Running left side. Bounces outside, and he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Blytheville. 20-yard reception.
And that's just some dumb luck. The play was designed to go to the right. The snap was snapped him to the left. It made him go back and catch the ball, and he actually took the bad snap and went to the left where the play wasn't even designed to go. Yeah.
Not saying that Jermel Woods is not good, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
That's right. That's right.
Now up over 100 yards, 13 carries, 103 yards.
13 carries, 103 yards for Jamel Woods. It's 18-7. Chickasaws. Northern running it right, and the flag is down. It's going to be false start against Blytheville. Is Blytheville going for 2?
Here's the thing, they left us some time on the clock. If we can go down and score before half, we get the ball after halftime. So we need to put some points on the board on this 4 minutes, 48 seconds.
Nettleton will get the ball in the 3rd quarter. Remains to be seen how far down we are at that point. 4 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the half. Plenty of time for the Raiders to put some points on the board. 2-point conversion attempt again. Northern to pass. Fires it into the end zone, and it is caught. Boy, he needled that one through there. That is number 11, Kylan Wells, and boy, that was a strong throw there by Northern. Makes the score 20-7. Blytheville with 4:48 remaining in the half.
Yeah, that hurt there because that makes it a 2 full score game. Had they not got that, then we could have just got a field goal and been down 1 score. But now we got to go put two touchdowns on the board and PATs to take this lead back. Like I said, 4 minutes, 48 seconds. We can get our offense clicking here, get a score before, get them a little fired up going into halftime and get the ball back. And still not out of it by no means, that's for sure.
Raiders back deep. I say deep if the 20-yard line is deep. Deep is a relative term, I suppose. Tommy Scarborough and Kyle Tolley.
Well, they're as deep as he can kick it.
Yes. Kicking from the 40-yard line. It's
Well,
an onside
they're
kick,
offsides again.
And they are offsides as the Raiders recovered the onside kick. Quad Brown. They'll back him up 5 and make him kick it again. What do you think about that call, onside kick?
Well, I think the coach is feeling the same thing that I said. He don't want to give them an opportunity to go down and score and get any kind of motivation going into the halftime, knowing that they're going to get the football after half. So he's trying to steal it right there and get a quick one and either put the points on the board or at least keep the score exactly the way it is. He feels like he's got a little momentum right now, and he's trying to keep it going and, don't want us to get anything going. So it wasn't a bad call by him.
They'll back it up to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Chickasaws will kick off. The kicker for Blytheville is number 10, Mackay Rayner. It's a small Blytheville crowd, but they are loud. And he kicks it deep, and that is Kyle Tolley on the return to the 30, 35, 40, and he is hit hard on the near sideline by number 31, Tyrese Gant, but a good hard return again, Kyle Tolley.
Yeah, I like this time, he didn't try to outrun them. He just got as many yards forward, knowing that it's crucial to get us some yards and get the hand back in the offense as quickly as possible.
Kyle's father, Kenneth Tolley, was a very good running back for the Raiders, those excellent teams back there in the mid-90s. And evidently Kyle maybe just a little shook up. He's over on the sideline, Kyle is, and he's maybe favoring an ankle. Give to Cameron Scarlett. Scarlett looking for some room. Gets it across the 40 down to the 38. A gain of about 4. It'll be second down and 6.
I like that play call. It's not time to panic. We don't need to start throwing deep balls or trying to throw quick stuff. We got plenty of time to run the football, move down the field, eat up as much clock as possible, and like I said, punched in hopefully right before the half. Don't abandon the run yet.
4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the half. Nettleton down 20-7. Tommy Scarborough into the game. Cade Carter running left side, and boy, that's a good open field tackle there.
That was. If Josie would have got a piece of that guy, that could have sprung him for a little bit bigger gain there.
Nadri Lewis with the stop of Cade.
What's working, though, is with our running game, they're starting to put a lot more people in the box, and I'm seeing a lot more opening spaces to run when we do pass it, besides just verticals, not like we started the game. So our running attack has changed the way they're playing defense a little bit.
3 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock, which is ticking. It's 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders. Cameron Scarlett in the backfield with Cade Carter. In motion is Josie Perkins. He joins Tommy Scarborough on the near sideline. Carter back to pass. Screen.
Oh, my
They've got it
goodness.
set
Somebody
up. Cameron
block.
Scarlett with room to run. He battles through a tackle, and how about that? Cameron Scarlett, first down Raiders, down to about the 26-yard line. Beautifully executed screen.
Well, that used to drive me nuts as offensive line coach. If I had 3 offensive linemen out there and they had one guy and not one of my 3 guys blocked that guy, I'd go crazy. But that was Scarlett did a good job getting away from that first guy, made him miss, and that sprung it. That was a good play call.
3 minutes and 8 seconds, gain of 30-some-odd yards, 31 yards on the screen pass.
I don't know why the clock stopped there.
Carter gives to Scarlett, and he is tackled immediately for a loss. That's Blytheville's number 55, Quintrell Nance.
Did Scarlett run out of bounds on that last play? I missed that.
He must have.
He must have, yeah.
They did stop the clock.
They did stop the clock. I was wondering.
2 minutes and 50 seconds and ticking. It'll be second down and 13 after the loss of 3. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Carter to pass. Looking for Alexander, rolling to his left. And it is intended for Kyle Tolley, who's back in the game, but just over his head.
Yeah, a little too tall. Cade had some dancing feet there. He dropped back and he started scrambling really before he got pressure. He didn't set his feet ready to throw and kind of almost made up his mind he was going to scramble before he really looked over the field and see what his options was. But
penalty on the play, an eligible receiver downfield against the Raiders. They're going to take it, so it'll make it, instead of 3rd and 13, it's going to be 2nd and 18.
Yeah, knowing this is 4-down territory, it's probably not a bad, call to do that. Hoping that this we don't gain as much yards here to get us back to better. Plus threat of being in the field goal range as well.
Carter rolling to his left, looking downfield. Throws. It is complete to Kyle Tolley. He's pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. I believe there might have been a flag come in late, Coach. Did you see any yellow fabric flying down there? Maybe, there is a flag on the play, and Kyle Tolley.
Looks like unsportsmanlike. I just hope it's not on Tolley.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike against Blytheville. The way Kyle reacted, he was running back, clapping his hands. That led me to believe that the Blytheville defender got flagged. That should be a 15-yard penalty. Actually, half the distance. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. So it will be first down for the Raiders at about the 10-yard line. I don't know if it's
just a little bit.
They're calling it first and goal, I guess, from just inside the 10. Cade Carter running left, 5-10, puts the ball up in the air, strolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Cade Carter. Touchdown, Raiders.
10 for 10. Boy, he's lucky he didn't get unsportsmanlike there, holding the ball up like that. He started holding the ball up about the 8-yard line.
2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, the only problem with that, we might have scored too quick.
There you go. There you go. I believe 2 minutes and 22 seconds is plenty of time for this quick strike Chickasaw offense. Michael Golden on for the extra point attempt. Snap,
they're offsides.
Hold, kick
they're offsides
is
before the
up and
kick.
good, but offsides against Blytheville. It's a shame we can't keep the result of the play, Coach.
It is.
So it'll be a 2-yard penalty. I guess that's half the distance to the goal. Pretty close to it. Michael Golden going to try to do it again. Low snap, fielded by Scarborough. Kick is up, and it is good. With 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first half, your score is now Blytheville 20, Nettleton 14.
Maybe we can have something good happen right here before. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's have something good happen right here before half and get a cheap one and then get the ball with the lead. So
let's hope.
Well, we can hope for it.
That's
anyway.
right. The power of positive thinking.
That's right. 2 minutes, 22 seconds in our favor.
And as we mentioned, Blytheville won the coin toss, elected to receive. So Nettleton will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. But there's 2 minutes and 22 seconds of football to play before we get to that point.
That's right. And the quarterback seems to be heating up with his passing, so you never know.
Michael Golden on to kickoff. Wind is picking up. It's blowing against the Raiders right now. So in the second half, the Raiders will be going with the wind. Who knows? That may factor into the equation of the game. Golden kicking into the wind. It's a low line drive kick, and it goes out of bounds.
I don't know exactly where he's trying to go with that one.
Flag is thrown, and Blytheville will set up shop at the 35, 1st and 10.
And that's a shame when you got a kid that can put it in the end zone like that. That's a 15-yard penalty. I mean, that's what it is, you know.
And with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the half, those 15 yards loom large.
Nope.
A little bit of confusion out there by the referees as they've got the ball on the 40-yard line. And, Coach, I believe it should be the 35. Am I wrong about that?
And there's nobody arguing it. They're going with the 40.
Don't understand that. 1st and 10 from the 40. The give to Woods right up the middle, and he gains about 5 tough yards before he is brought down. Williams, Salas in on the stop.
Yeah, he's starting to work that penetration against us. You know, he made a good cut there and got positive yards as best he could, 5 yards there on that run.
Clock under 2 minutes now, minute and 57 and ticking. 2nd down and 5 coming up. One receiver wide left, trips near side.
The only thing I can think of is they're saying that kick went out of bounds. Whoa, baby.
My word. 55 yards. Touchdown, Blytheville. As Northern with a quick pass right over the middle to Kylan Wells. Boy, that was a quick strike, Coach.
Yes. Our secondary is too close to the line of scrimmage, kind of like theirs were starting off earlier. The old saying, if they're even, he's leaving, and he sure showed his speed on that route.
He sure did. He outran all the white shirts to the end zone.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they left us too much time on the clock. Maybe they scored too quick. Let's think about it that way.
Power of positive thinking.
There you go. 26-14 the score. Blytheville electing to go for 2. If nothing else, we have won the PAT battle tonight. The give to Woods, running left side, and I believe he is in. That is the 2-point conversion is good. With 1 minute and 37 seconds to play in the first half, Blytheville goes up 28-14. That's a big score for the Chickasaws.
Yeah, and you know that's the scary thing. They're getting their 2-point conversion. So if we get back in that battle where we're doing the PAT and getting 1 point, and they go for 2, you know that could be the difference in the ball game the other way. So that's a scary thing when it comes down to the end that you're going for 1 every time they're going for 2, and they're getting it. So I liked it better when they tried to kick it.
I do too. I do too. Looks like we may have a timeout on the field, Coach. There's 1 minute and 37 seconds to play. We're back to hoping for a score and then getting the ball. And
the only thing that I can see by them calling the whole team in like this, there's a lot of unsportsmanlike taunting. They're holding balls up before they go in. We're holding balls going up. So I don't know if maybe the referee said no more because it could get out of hand real quickly if they keep letting that happen. Both coaches talk to the team. So that usually when the referee tells them something like that, hey, coach, stop it or we're going to get it, that's whenever they call the whole team up like they just did. So
22 points scored in the second quarter by Blytheville. Put 6 on the board in the first quarter, 22 in the second quarter.
Right now we're just hoping we can score at least 14 in this quarter.
Yes.
Again, like I said, if we can get a cheap one right here, go into the half, a little motivation, get the ball back, we're still in this thing.
Josie Perkins and Tommy Scarborough, the 2 deepest Raiders. Minute 37 before the half. Kick is towards Scarborough. He fields it at the 15-yard line, running toward the sideline, and he is.
Whoa, he fumbled, but they kicked it out.
Separated from Scarborough, but it goes out of bounds. As Tommy was hit hard there, but thankfully he was hit hard enough that the ball scooted out of bounds.
Yeah, that kid stripped it from him, but then he kicked it out of bounds on accident. So that could have been a deal breaker right there.
Yeah,
that could have been the cheap one the other way, like I was talking about. So,
right, 1:32 seconds for the Raiders. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. Two receivers out to Cade Carter's right, one to the left. He passes to Josie Perkins. Josie Perkins makes a move, spins down to the 35-yard line. Going to be a gain of, we'll call it 4. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Correction, gain of 9.
We're not moving fast enough for me.
2nd down and 1.
Changing too many formations and moving around. We look like we got a lot of time.
Yeah, clock is at 1:05 and ticking right now. Time is of the essence for the Raiders.
Whoop.
Carter looking downfield, rolling to his right. Carter going to run it. He has the first down. Get out of bounds, Cade. He gets to the 45-yard line and stops the clock at 50 seconds.
Yeah, I agree with Sean. It looks like illegal motion whenever the receiver's in motion, ran in front of the other guy that's off the line in motion and ran into him, actually. It didn't look very good.
Gain of 9 for Carter. It's 1st and 10. Clock at 50 seconds. Thankfully, Cade with the presence of mind to hit the sideline. Perkins in motion, joining Kyle Tolley here on the near sideline. Whistle blown, flag thrown. Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Raiders.
Yeah, that came with the blitz there, and we jumped the gun seeing it coming.
After the 5-yard penalty, it'll be 1st down and 15. A couple of seconds ticked off the clock there.
Well, I'm telling you, I think we had them outflanked over here. We had 2 receivers out here, and they only had 1 corner and an outside linebacker that was way off. I think we could have done the same thing they did to us, just got by them. And both coaches, there's 2 coaches, just went to each of those 2 young men and brought a safety over now. So,
not a good time for a false start.
Yeah, not a good time. We actually had them in the coverage we needed them in.
Carter back to pass. Throws to the right side. Devin Alexander. Devin gets out of bounds near midfield. Ball is spotted right at the 50.
Yeah, I like the dink and dunk because usually, they're going to get tired of it and going to try to come up and make something happen, and that's when you can get behind them. So
it's going to be 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and a long 3. Clock stopped at 43 seconds. Kyle Tolley out left. Josie Perkins in motion, joins him left side. Moore and Alexander, the receivers to the right. Out in the flats to Cameron Scarlett. Cameron Scarlett to the 40-yard line. Gets out of bounds at the 36-yard line. And then the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 with 37 seconds remaining.
Keep it up. I mean, we're attacking the sidelines, doing a good job, catching them off job, being patient. We just need to continue it.
And Blytheville electing to call a timeout with 37 seconds. We'll keep it right here. There's 37 seconds remaining in the half, and Blytheville up 28-14. I want to tell you about some of our great sponsors. Consolidated Insurance, Shadrachs Coffee, First Community Bank, Russell's Truck Accessories, Delaplaine Seed Company, Hilltop Fitness, Collision Repair, the Front Page Cafe, and Legacy Homes. If it were not for those great local companies, we would not be able to bring you these broadcasts. So we greatly appreciate our sponsors, and you'll be seeing some commercials from them as you go throughout the game, but wanted just to give them a shout out right now here on the broadcast. We greatly appreciate those great people. Want to encourage you, if you enjoy watching Raider football on NTV, go to those places. Go eat at the Front Page Cafe. Go get some coffee at Shadrachs. Get your car repaired at Collision Repair. Let them know. Thank you so much for sponsoring the broadcast. 37 seconds remaining in the half. Raiders driving. 1st and 10 from the 36. Carter straight back over the middle, and that's a flag thrown. That's going to be pass interference against Blytheville.
Woo.
Intercepted, and let's not get anybody hurt right here.
Yeah.
Intercepted by Blytheville, but that was a blatant pass interference down there on Devin Alexander, so there's no way that's going to stand. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. It'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
Thank goodness for a pass interference there.
Yes. As Nettleton's Jacob Tarpley, who was blindsided with a block right there. Tarpley's up in good shape. That's a tough young man. He's in the trenches. He's playing offense and defense. Good young man, Jacob Tarpley. He is a warrior. And
he's another one that plays really hard.
Yes. And he has played he's done an outstanding job on the offensive line for the Raiders all year. 1st and 10 Raiders, 25 seconds remaining in the first half. One receiver out left, Cameron Scarlett in motion. Carter dropping back, and I believe that's going to be a hold. And it's intended for Charles Moore, I believe. Incomplete, but that was an obvious hold against us, and that's going to back us up 10 yards from the 22 to the 32.
Yeah, I don't know. Still at 22, we still have time to dink and dunk. I mean, you had plenty of time to get down where it's manageable, where you're not having to chunk for the end zone on every play. The farther we get back like this, you're going to get more in a Hail Mary situation.
18-yard penalty after the 10-yard spot foul. 17 seconds, and that one hurts there, Coach. First down and 28 for the Raiders.
Yeah, and you can see the Blytheville defense just backing up, giving us all the room we want.
Carter throws from the 50.
Oh, man, we was behind them.
Boy, we sure were. And is intended downfield for Josie Perkins. Threw it into quadruple coverage, incomplete. 10 seconds remaining in the half.
Carter took a little too long to wind up to throw that one that far. But we sure were behind them. And Josie almost came back through the 3 defenders or 4 defenders there and still almost caught the ball.
10 seconds remaining before the whistle blows. The horn sounds. Carter drops back, runs to his left, throws it deep.
Oh, Tolley was behind him again.
And it's intercepted. 2 seconds remaining. It's intercepted by Blytheville's number 2, Nadre Lewis. So Blytheville will take over inside their 10-yard line with 2 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I wish Cade would have set his feet there and threw that because Tolley was behind him again. It's so hard to throw on the run to your left and try to throw that distance with your right arm. Just didn't have enough on it. It's a shame. We had a guy behind. As far as they're playing off, we still got behind them. So that's going to put a nail in the coffin for this half, though.
Well, the holding penalty was
big.
Yeah, that's what really put the brakes to the drive. And we were marching down the field, doing a good job of hitting some sideline routes, getting out of bounds quick. Blytheville elects to take a knee. The final 2 seconds of the clock tick off. And that's the end of the first half. Blytheville 28, Nettleton 14. We will take about a 5-minute break. We'll let you hear from our great sponsors. We'll come back with a halftime show after these messages. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
So don't forget it. Mr. Miller lost his voice. No problem. I'll send in the replacements.
Woo! Woo, Daddy Mercy. Mercy, woo, Daddy. Handsome Johnny! How the heck do you edit on this thing?
Mr. McGrew, you're in photo booth.
What? This son of a...
Hey, that's all right. Good try, but I'll take it from here. Raider Pride!
It's justified!
Collision Repair is celebrating their 40th anniversary. For 40 years, Collision Repair has had your back, getting your repairs done quickly using the best tools and technology. They've been able to keep you updated online throughout the repair process. No matter what the bad guys try, Collision Repair works with your insurance to make sure you don't have
the worst experience possible.
Here's the Collision Repair on their 40th anniversary.
Your friendly neighborhood body shop.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hey, Leslie, guess what day it is?
It's game day.
Jalen, how happy are students that go to Nettleton?
I'll say happier than DJ on game day.
Game day!
Be happy, be a Raider. Raider Pride is justified.
For Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I love the hate the feeling of a great rock.
When I sing my alma mater, I feel it all night long.
I love my school with all my heart and soul.
I know I'm gonna be all right.
Wherever I go.
I'm a little bit country.
And a little bit rock and
roll. From the first time you held on to the time you let go, life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls. That's right, a place where the food comes flying to you, and it's good enough to eat. Front Page Cafe is also famous for our all-you-can-eat pass-arounds that come with every lunch or dinner. Lunch specials start at just $6.99. That includes a meal, flying rolls, and all the pass-arounds you can eat. So get your next home-cooked meal at Front Page Cafe. And don't forget, we've got the best old-fashioned breakfast in town. Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. You know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Hi, I'm Mike Wessel, owner of Hilltop Fitness. I am the former University of Arkansas strength and conditioning coach, former Ultimate Fighter contestant, UFC fighter, and Bellator competitor. I offer at Hilltop Fitness many different programs, from kids programs in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kids boxing, and kids strength and conditioning and athletic training, as well as adult kickboxing classes and adult Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes. If you have any fitness needs or fitness goals, I'm the person to come to. The gym is open 24 hours a day. You can come in anytime, and if you're looking for that extra motivation, that extra push, no matter how bad a shape you're in, we can help you. And if Craig Miller can come to the gym and get in shape, you can do it as well.
Hilltop Fitness, 1712 North Old Greensboro Road, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Is Raider Pride truly justified at Nettleton High School? Does John Adams play a mean fiddle?
That's how you do it, son.
Nettleton High School,
where Raider pride is justified.
Well, I'm headed to my school so happy. I got Raider Pride. We can shoot the hoop and swing the bat. I bet you wish your school was cool like that. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider Pride, baby. Only school with MTV. Coolest school in history. Now you know our flag colors falling deep. When you come into our house, you know you're gonna get beat. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider Pride, baby.
Nettleton TV production. Raider Pride justified.
Yeah, we Raiders got the comfort ship, a loaded. Everybody wants to be a show, a voting. Raider pride in the building, yeah, know it. Oh yeah, Raider Nation till the day it's over.
Raider pride, justified, got it on my side. 6 side, be the guy, run up and you get a high. Pass us the ball, and I'ma score it like.
What y'all know about 5th period Raider pride? Hop up on the field, you might just have to juke and jive. Every day, yeah, I rectify. Cause yeah, you know we 5th period, yeah, we make it live.
What is America? Is it a bald eagle soaring over a Virginian sunrise?
I'll tell you what America is, brother. America is getting your truck fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories.
Russell's Truck Accessories?
Yeah, Russell's Truck Accessories. They got chrome and aluminum wheels. They got big old mud crawling tires. They got lift kits so you can look down on the vegans and commies in their little compact cars. Russell's Truck Accessories. It's more American than Ronald Reagan playing home run derby with John Wayne.
Russell's Truck Accessories is located on South Stadium in Jonesboro.
God bless America and God bless Russell's Truck Accessories.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Yeah, Raider pride. Raider pride. Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Man, our school's pretty amazing. I know. Kind of makes you just want to
Break into song?
I like the faculty.
I like MTV.
I like the principal.
Although he paddled me.
We love the black hole.
We love our sports teams. Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride.
I like the lunchroom.
I like learning.
We love Nettleton. We love our family. Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride.
In a world where trends come and go, there is one force that has remained strong for over a century. Raider pride.
Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some.
It has withstood tornadoes, witnessed a king, and welcomed new technology. It won't be stopped. It can't be stopped. Raider pride is forever. The heart of a Raider is strong and tenacious. It doesn't quit when the going gets tough. The heart of a Raider is faithful and true. It doesn't forget where it comes from. The heart of a Raider is friendly and kind. It makes friends easily and treats others with love and respect. It fights harder, stands taller, and strives for victory with no fear of defeat. The heart of a Raider belongs to Nettleton, where Raider pride is justified.
And we welcome you to the Consolidated Insurance halftime show here at Haley Field, a very loud Haley Field, as the band director is screaming into the microphone. A lot of excitement here at Blytheville as they're excited about their band and also excited about their football team. Speaking of which, their football team enjoying a 28-14 lead over the Raiders here at halftime. The game got started. Blytheville struck first, a 57-yard scoop and score by number 6, Willie Bell. Some of you Nettleton Raider fans may remember Mr. Bell. He had a touchdown last year, an interception return for a touchdown, a pick 6. made it 6-0. Nettleton answered with a Cameron Scarlett 3-yard touchdown run. The point after by Michael Golden was good, and that made it 7-6. That's how things ended in the first quarter. The second quarter was mainly Blytheville as they outscored Nettleton 22-7 in the second quarter. They scored first a 3-yard, a touchdown pass. I cannot read my own writing. I'm sorry about that. A touchdown pass from Jeremiah Northern to Townsend. I believe if I'm reading my writing right, Javaris Townsend. That made it 12-7, and then Jeremiah Northern with a touchdown run made it 20-7. Cade Carter scampered into the end zone and made it 20-14 after the Michael Golden point after a kick. And then a long pass for Blytheville to number 11, Kylan Wells, and that's what set the score at 28-14, and that's where we are right now in the halftime. So Nettleton struggling a little bit offensively. That has been their bell cow all year long, but they have struggled so far tonight. Cade Carter, who came in just with unbelievable offensive numbers, has struggled tonight. 9 of 17, 128 yards, couple of interceptions, no touchdown passes. He did run for a touchdown. In fact, he ran 3 times for 21 yards, 1 touchdown. Major thing that happened earlier in the game, Jaquan Dent, our starting running back, went down with an injury. He had 10 carries for 51 yards last week. Went down early. Cameron Scarlett has been spelling him. Jaquan was not only the starting running back, he was also the starting outside linebacker. And so an injury like that, as Coach Thomas mentioned, has ripple effects on a team. Jeremiah Northern, the quarterback for Blytheville, having an excellent first half. 7 of 10, 130 yards, couple of touchdowns, 1 interception by Tommy Scarborough. And Jermel Woods, 14 carries, 180 yards, and a touchdown. We knew coming in that this stop in number 1 was going to have to be a very big part of the Raider plan. And unfortunately, as I'm joined by Coach Thomas, unfortunately the Raiders have not been able to stop number 1. Jermel Woods has been imposing his will on the Raider defense tonight.
Yeah, and we talked about coming into the game. He's one of the better backs in the league, and he's certainly showing that tonight. We're having a tough time wrapping him up, and it's a gang tackle. And, and that's the scary thing from a defensive standpoint is where plays are designed, you do your defense to stop certain plays and the way they do. When you get a back like him, I seen 2 or 3 times that we blew up the backfield where the play was designed to go, and he'd just stick his foot in the ground and go an opposite way or a different way,
right,
and gain 5 or 6 or 7 or 14 yards.
Right.
And that's so frustrating as a defense coordinator because you work all week. Hey, when they do this, we do this, and then it actually works to your favor, and the back's just better than your D lineman there, and
right,
it's frustrating, very frustrating.
I've heard it put like this: sometimes it's the Jimmies and Joes, not the X's and O's, right?
That's most definitely correct.
Well, the running back, Jermel Woods, having an outstanding game as he's over 180 yards. And here at the half, it is 28-14 Blytheville. The good news is the Raiders will receive the opening kickoff, and they have been a good second-half team all year long, so don't you go anywhere. Big second half coming up. We appreciate our friends from Consolidated Insurance sponsoring the halftime show. For all your insurance needs, whether it be automotive, home, no matter what, for all your insurance needs, go see my good friends Randy and Lana Johnson at Consolidated Insurance. They are the sponsors of the Consolidated Insurance halftime show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, second half, you're watching Raider football on NTV.
They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love. Learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider pride is justified. Raider pride forever.
so don't forget it.
Mr. Miller lost his voice. No problem. I'll send in the replacements.
Woo! Woo, Daddy Mercy. Mercy, woo, Daddy. Handsome Johnny. How the heck do you edit on this thing?
Mr. McGrew, you're in photo booth.
What? This son of a...
Hey, that's all right. Good try, but I'll take it from here. Raider Pride!
It's justified!
Collision Repair is celebrating their 40th anniversary. For 40 years, Collision Repair has had your back, getting your repairs done quickly using the best tools and technology. They've been able to keep you updated online throughout the repair process. No matter what the bad guys try, Collision Repair works with your insurance to make sure you don't have
the worst experience possible.
Here's to Collision Repair on their 40th anniversary.
Your friendly neighborhood body shop.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hey, Leslie, guess what day it is?
It's game day.
Jalen, how happy are students that go to Nettleton?
I'll say happier than DJ on game day.
Game day!
Be happy, be a Raider. Raider Pride is justified.
For Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Delaplaine Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Delaplaine Seed Company.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I love the height of feeling of a great pride.
When I sing my alma mater, I feel it all night long.
I love my school with all my heart and soul.
I know I'm gonna be all right.
Wherever I go.
I'm a little bit country.
And a little bit rock and
roll. From the first time you held on to the time you let go, life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls. That's right, a place where the food comes flying to you, and it's good enough to eat. Front Page Cafe is also famous for our all-you-can-eat pass-arounds that come with every lunch or dinner. Lunch specials start at just $6.99. That includes a meal, flying rolls, and all the pass-arounds you can eat. So get your next home-cooked meal at Front Page Cafe. And don't forget, we've got the best old-fashioned breakfast in town. Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. You know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Hi, I'm Mike Wessel, owner of Hilltop Fitness. I am the former University of Arkansas strength conditioning coach, former Ultimate Fighter contestant, UFC fighter, and Bellator competitor. I offer at Hilltop Fitness many different programs, from kids programs in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kids boxing, and kids strength conditioning and athletic training, as well as adult kickboxing classes and adult Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes. If you have any fitness needs or fitness goals, I'm the person to come to. The gym is open 24 hours a day. You can come in anytime, and if you're looking for that extra motivation, that extra push, no matter how bad a shape you're in, we can help you. And if Craig Miller can come to the gym and get in shape, you can do it as well.
Hilltop Fitness, 1712 North Old Greensboro Road, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Is Raider Pride truly justified at Nettleton High School? Does John Adams play a mean fiddle?
how you do it, son.
Nettleton High School, where Raider pride is justified.
Well, I'm headed to my high school, so happy. I got ready to P-R-I-D-E. We can shoot the hoop and swing the bat. I bet you wish your school was cool like that. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider pride, baby. Only school with MTV. Coolest school in history. Now you know our black colors rolling deep. When you come into our house, you know you're gonna get beat. Nettleton High School is for me. We got Raider pride, baby.
Nettleton TV production, Raider President 5G.
Yeah, we Raiders got the comfort ship, a loaded. Everybody wants to be a show, a voting. Raider pride in the building, yeah, I know it. Oh yeah, Raider Nation till the day it's over.
Raider pride, justified, got it on my side. 6 side, beat a guy, run up and you get a high. Pass us the ball, and I'ma score it like.
What y'all know about 5th period Raider pride? Hop up on the field, you might just have to juke and jive. Every day, yeah, I rep the 5. Cause yeah, you know we 5th period, yeah, we make it live.
What is America? Is it a bald eagle soaring over a Virginian sunrise?
I'll tell you what America is, brother. America is getting your truck fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories.
Russell's Truck Accessories?
Yeah, Russell's Truck Accessories. They got chrome and aluminum wheels. They got big old mud crawling tires. They got lift kits so you can look down on the vegans and commies in their little compact cars. Russell's Truck Accessories. It's more American than Ronald Reagan playing home run derby with John Wayne.
Russell's Truck Accessories is located on South Stadium in Jonesboro.
God bless America and God bless Russell's Truck Accessories.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Yeah, Raider pride. Raider pride. Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Raider pride.
Man, our school's pretty amazing.
I know. Kind of makes you just want to
Break into song?
I like the faculty.
I like MTV. I like the principal.
Although he paddled me.
We love the black hole.
We love our sports teams.
Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride.
I like the lunchroom.
I like learning.
We love Nettleton. We love our family.
Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride, Raider pride.
In a world where trends come and go, there is one force that has remained strong for over a century. Raider pride.
Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some. Raider pride, we got some.
It has withstood tornadoes, witnessed a king, and welcomed new technology. It won't be stopped. It can't be stopped. Raider pride is forever. The heart of a Raider is strong and tenacious. It doesn't quit when the going gets tough. The heart of a Raider is faithful and true. It doesn't forget where it comes from. The heart of a Raider is friendly and kind. It makes friends easily and treats others with love and respect. It fights harder, stands taller, and strives for victory with no fear of defeat. The heart of a Raider belongs to Nettleton, where Raider pride is justified.
And we welcome you back. Second half just about to get underway. First half results in a 28-14 score in favor of the Blytheville Chickasaws. But the good news is we get the ball here at the third quarter. And, Coach, we've been a good second half team all year long.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what we're going to do a little differently here or do the same. You know, sometimes you go into halftime and correct a few things and not make a big overhaul. And sometimes you have to scrap things and go, boy, we got to make a lot of adjustments or we're going to get killed. So let's see how we do. They tried onside.
Onside kick,
golly,
and it was.
They get it.
It is recovered by Blytheville. Yeah, Nettleton's number 19, Quad Brown, he had it, and he leaned back.
Yep.
And it looked to me like it may have been down, but the referees with a different take on it. Maybe he never controlled the ball.
No.
I guess that's the issue. In any event, it's a tough way to start the second half as Blytheville sets up shop 1st and 10 just inside Raider territory.
Boy, and it's an easy recovery there because it came really slow, straight at a guy. Didn't take a big hop, didn't do anything. It's a shame that we got it pulled away right there.
1st and 10, Blytheville.
We had our offense out there. Coaches are arguing the same thing, that they thought that he had it laid on his back and they pulled it away from him.
Yeah. Well, the opinion that matters is the man in the white hat and the man down here in the black hat.
You know, and I've seen a couple of their marking things off incorrectly, so I don't necessarily trust them at this moment. Right now they got the ball. Now the yard marker is moving it up. Yeah.
1st and 10 from the Raider 48. Flag is thrown in the backfield as Woods is brought down by Scarlett.
And again, that just goes to show you how special that young man is, because we had him in the backfield 3 different times, and he's shifty.
Illegal shift the call against Blytheville. Yeah, these guys like Cameron Scarlett that are, Jacob Taylor that are playing on both sides of the ball, I often wonder on a Saturday morning how they wake up feeling.
I think they just called a guy for not having his mouthpiece in.
Equipment error.
Equipment. And the kid threw his mouthpiece off because he had one stuck in his helmet. I think he did have it in. Again,
little confusion.
I really don't trust these guys and their marking off abilities.
Yeah, he is marching it. He's going to re-step it. There we go, 47-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 15 from the 47. Trips right. Jeremiah Northern, the quarterback. He had an outstanding first half. Joining him in the backfield is Jermail Woods. The give to Woods. Breaks right. He's tackled by Stephen Williams, but gains about 6, maybe 7 before he is hauled down. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, they double-teamed our outside linebacker and just drove him about 10 yards down the field and made an easy, soft edge there. Scarlett had the offensive lineman and a receiver there double-teaming him, driving him backwards.
With a 2-possession lead, I would think we would see Blytheville keeping the ball on the ground a lot more here in the second half.
You know, with their running back the way he is, I would definitely do it. As soon as you say it, here goes the pass. He overthrows him again.
Yeah, way overthrow. Young man's got a strong arm.
He does.
He let that one fly. Incomplete.
He likes showing it off.
2nd down and 9. Seems like every time I say something, the opposite happens out there. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Say they haven't turned the ball over yet, have they?
They have not turned the ball over this half.
Shh. Hey, we're trying to work it in our favor here.
The Miller jinx.
That's right. I was wanting Craig to say it so we can get the ball.
Use it to our advantage, Raider Nation. Balance set, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Jeremiah Northern, Jermail Woods in the backfield. Northern pass is complete to number 8, Tavares Townsend, but he was on his knees whenever he caught it.
It's going to be 4th
and 2.
It'll be
4th down and 2 on the 40-yard line. Pretty interesting decision right here. The Chickasaws go for it, or they punt it and put their defense on the field?
I think with that running back they have, they're going to go for it and roll the dice here. I mean, it's very, very tempting, I tell you. Because even when you think you got him in the backfield, he's shown many times you don't.
Trips right, Jermail Woods in the backfield with Northern. Maybe a direct snap right here. But it's to the quarterback. He gives to Northern. Bounces left side. He is tackled in the backfield. Short of the 1st down.
So that onside kick didn't do anything but run off some time. So
Charles
great
Moore,
news for the back.
The initial Raider who made contact, and that's a big turnover on
That's
downs
a
right there.
big turnover, especially after the onside kick. So we're right back in action. Good field position, getting the ball, go down and score, and we're right back in this thing.
Shout out to Heather and Daniel Bradway. They have posted on Facebook that they're watching the game on their big screen TV, thanks to the broadcast NTV. Great teacher at Nettleton Junior High School, Heather Bradway, and a great Nettleton Raider alumnus. Glad to have her watching the broadcast tonight. Cameron Scarlett bulls his way into Chickasaw territory. He drug about 6 maroon shirts with him. First down Raiders after a tough run by Cameron Scarlett.
Hey, I know I'm a lot of old school, but I just give them a heavy dose of that and then feed off of it. I think if you do that enough, they're going to adjust and you'll be able to do whatever you want to them.
Gain of 18 by number 8. Cameron Scarlett pressed into service after the injury to Jaquan Dent. That's a great thing about this Nettleton Raider football team. They truly have the next man up mentality, and it's embodied by number 8, Cameron Scarlett. Gain of 3, second and 7.
Give a lot of credit to our offensive line right there. They're driving the Chickasaws off the ball right now.
Cooper Williams, Jacob Tarpley, Jacob Taylor, Alan Campbell, Zane Marshall. They've done an outstanding job all season long.
And maybe that was a discussion at halftime. Hey, let's go back to the basics and do what we came here to do and run the football as a part of it. So
Cameron Scarlett is being attended to by the referee. I believe it looks like maybe a chin strap issue. There's an official's timeout on the field. Something you don't see every day.
Yeah.
Scarlett with the ball, running left side, shakes a tackler. He makes it down to the...
Well, I don't know if he wouldn't have followed his block there. If he wouldn't have stuck to the outside, he might have had a little bit more running room there.
Makes it down to the 34. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Raiders. Definitely in 4-down territory. We got 2 downs to get a couple of yards.
Yeah, I think with them onside kicking it, going for 2 every time, you got to go for 4th down, most definitely.
Cameron Scarlett has the first down, fumble on the play, and, man, it is just scooped up by the Chickasaws. Running down the right sideline, looking for a blocker. Gets one. Touchdown, Chickasaws.
Another call.
Kylan Wills, that's the second scoop and score. As we have an injury. That is Cameron Scarlett down here about the 30-yard line, the injured Raider. And
I think he's either his hand or his ankle. He keeps pulling his right leg up.
Now, Cameron had to miss a game early in the season with a cut on his hand, cut on his left hand, I believe. He's up, and it looks like he's
limping.
He's favoring his
right ankle.
Right ankle, I believe. Well, that's in a season full of injuries and setbacks. That's a young man that we need to keep healthy right there, Cameron Scarlett.
Yeah, that's another costly turnover. I mean, golly, that's 2 scooping scores and interceptions. I mean, it just very, very difficult.
69 yards.
It's a lot to overcome.
69 yards on another fumble recovery for a touchdown. Blytheville up big.
Oh, dear. Run failed.
Raiders all over that one. 2-point conversion, no good. Charles Moore.
Well, one thing, if we run out of running backs, we can come out in empty sets and just sling it all over the field.
There you go. Tyree Ayala also in on the stop there. 2-point conversion, no good. Your score, 34-14. 8:50 remaining in the third quarter. And, Coach, it looked like things were going the Raiders' way there. We got to stop in good field position. Cameron Scarlett running the ball hard, but coughed up the ball, the 5th turnover of the night, and next thing you know, it's Blytheville taking it to the house. How often do you see 2 scoops and scores in one game.
Not very often, not for that distance anyway. That's too lengthy scoop and scores there. 57 and 69 I was just told. So 2 scoop and scores over 50 yards, that just usually does not happen in one game before we're midway through the third quarter. So
that ball bounced right up into his breadbasket. He was able to kind of catch that fumble in stride, and, man, he was off to the races.
Two and a half quarters, and we've got 5 turnovers.
Kylan Wells with the fumble recovery and the touchdown.
Did he not have the first one as well? No.
Devin Alexander on the return, and he is hit hard at the 43-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will take over 1st and 10. So down by 20, 8:45 to play here in the third quarter. Time to see what we're made of, Coach.
That's right. A little adversity, which we've been faced with that, unfortunately, most of the year with injuries and things going on. But we'll see if we can bow our neck and try to do this again.
Here's something interesting. Number 1 is back in the backfield, Jaquan Dent, who left early. So that's some good news.
That is.
Charles Moore in motion. Josie Perkins. Jet sweep to Josie Perkins. Good block on the outside by Jaquan Dent. And that's got to be a horse collar tackle over there, Coach. Yeah, there's the flag. Gain of 5, and Josie slow and getting up. He seems to be all right. Flag on the play, and it sure looked like an obvious horse collar. Horse collar tackle against Blytheville. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. First down, Raiders.
Yeah, credit horse collar, that's right.
Credit this Blytheville defense. Previously, Josie, fastest man on the field, able to bust big plays. Blytheville's been able to match him with speed.
Yeah, and that was the interesting thing to see. I thought this may be the first game that we not only see just one person, but multiple people. You know, they're not switching corners. They're not following him around. They're just saying wherever he lines up, we can cover him. So,
pitch to Jaquan Dent. Dent running hard right side, gets out of bounds, marked out of bounds at the 32-yard line of the Chickasaws. And these Raiders are not laying down. They're still continuing to bring the fight to the Chickasaws.
Yeah, that's good to see, that it's early in the season. I mean, there's a lot of things can happen. I mean, you lose this game, you're definitely not out of it. So you want to see a fight from the Raiders. It's plenty more games ahead of you. There
Second down and 5, hard count, down. And that drew the Chickasaw defensive line offsides, and that'll be, as Coach said, that's a good, easy way of getting the first down. Move the chains.
That's right. And, hey, we go score right here, get a turnover or 2 our way or a hold on defense, and we're right back in this thing.
There's a lot of football to be played.
A lot of football left to play.
8:30.
It's one thing, they do is they score quickly, which leaves a lot of time on the clock for you to score.
Dent, the ball carrier, Jaquan, he is tackled down after a gain of about 5. Make that a gain of 4. Second down and 6. So whatever the issue was with Jaquan Dent, he is recovered well from it. He looks like he's running the ball very well out there.
He's doing good. He gets in there behind his blockers and just follow them. Like I said, don't try to go sideways. Go north and south. He'll be fine.
Jet sweep. Josie Perkins looking for the edge. He's got it. 20, 15. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the Raiders. Outstanding job by Nettleton's number 57. That's Cooper Williams. How about that? Cooper Williams, the center, hustled over and made the save. Big gain for the Raiders. That's a first down. Cooper Williams with the big play. And as Coach said, there is an injured Chickasaw. And that looks like a cramp there, Coach, as the trainer is stretching out his foot. And with my field glasses, it looks like that's Tavares Townsend over there, the injured Chickasaw. But as we said, that appears to be a cramp. A lot of times if you see the trainer come out there and grab a hold of their foot and start stretching
pushing the toe back towards you, it's a calf cramp.
You say just a cramp, but those things are intensely painful.
And they don't go away easily. Just when you feel like you're over it, you can step on, push off a certain way and it'll do it again. So
I tell you what I hate. I hate when you get woke up in the middle of the night with a cramp.
Yeah. And I can't believe as cool as it is, we're still cramping up. That's, something as well.
67 degrees. Our cameraman, Kobe Miller, by the way, receiving a lot of compliments on the live stream about the job he's doing running camera tonight. But he told me, I need to go to the truck during halftime. He said, I need to go to the truck and get a pullover. He's a little cold out there.
Oh, yeah. You step out of this box and you can feel the breeze, and it's definitely it feels a little cooler than 67, I guarantee you.
We're accustomed to 97.
Yeah.
And here it is 67.
Yeah.
As we were talking about during halftime, in January, if there was a 67-degree day, it would be like a heat wave. Yeah. We'd be out wearing shorts and T-shirts. But the human body is, when it gets acclimated to a certain temperature, you drop it by about 30, and it feels Arctic out here.
And the way this game has gone, it couldn't win any better for the Chickasaws. Being an 0-14, if things would have went just the opposite, them being 0-4, now fixing to go 0-5, they could have laid down. But, we've done nothing but give them more and more motivation to keep playing and playing hard.
Josie Perkins is upended by Willie Bell. And maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. You're right, Coach. And that's, on the other hand, this is a game where, much like this whole season, there's been a lot of negative things happen on our side.
Yeah.
And that's one great thing about this wonderful game of football. It teaches you about real life.
That's right.
Not everything's not always the sunshine and rose petals, and there's bad things that happen. You got to respond to it. Jaquan Dent responding with a tough run up the middle. Hold on to the ball, Jaquan. He gets down to the 10-yard line. Good, tough run by number 1.
We had a great shirt. I thought it was a great shirt whenever I coached. It said, everyone has a plan until you get smacked in the face. And that's so true.
Yes.
You can have all your life goals, plans, and all that, but, when reality sets in or something goes negatively, how do you respond and what happens? And that's so true with football and a lot of sports,
3rd down and 6 for the Raiders. Was an empty backfield. Now Jaquan Dent in there. Give right side. Hey, that's a touchdown Raiders.
Josie.
How about that? The outlaw Josie Perkins on the jet sweep, and these Raiders not laying down for anybody.
I mean, it's just amazing. That he does not even look like he's running very hard, and he just gets skinny and sticks his foot in the ground and goes north to south, and it so effortlessly.
Let's check that out on replay,
run.
Coach. Yeah, there he is, jet sweep. Josie Perkins, good blocking on the outside edge, and he, as Coach said, gracefully glides into the end zone. Michael Golden, the best kicker in the state of Arkansas, lines up to attempt the PAT. Hold is good. The kick is up and through the uprights with 6:34 remaining in the third quarter. Your score is now Blytheville 34, Nettleton 20. Coach, good answer for the Raiders.
That's right. Maybe they're saving their turnover to the very end when we need it. So we get a good stop right here and go score again, and this is a ball game.
Well, you often hear, don't let them hang around. Put them away.
Right.
Don't let them hang around. You let a good team hang around and a couple of things go the right way, anything can happen.
Yeah, you just want a chance at the end to win it. And like I said, a stop here and another score, and we're right there. So.
Well, if you believe that luck has a way of evening out, you got to think Blytheville's had all the luck they're going to get tonight.
You'd hope. You would hope.
Because they've sure had some things bounce their way.
And the thing about Blytheville is whenever they do score, like I said before, they've scored off 2 scooping scores. They've scored quickly, which leaves a lot of time for us to do something. If they'd put together a drive and eat up all the clock and then score, you feel panic, you know, setting in, and you got to go score. But we haven't been in panic mode even, you know, after they score. We look up the clock, say, we still got plenty of time.
Yeah, it feels like there's plenty of time left in this game for the Raiders.
We still got another whole quarter.
That's right.
In 6 minutes of this one, so we just need a good stop right here. Keep the momentum in our favor right now.
Michael Golden kicks the ball out of bounds once again.
What we're trying to do there.
He's got to be just miskicking it somehow.
Yeah, I mean, he's not approaching it like he's going to boom it to the end zone. Yeah, this one definitely went beyond the 35. I don't know a while ago if they think it went out of bounds, but the only way you can get the ball before the 35, there it is if it went out of bounds before the 35.
But that sure didn't seem to.
No,
I thought it went out of bounds way down.
I didn't think so either, but that's the only thing I could think of. Unless they just got off 5 yards and didn't realize it.
Made a mistake, but it was a mistake that was not corrected.
It was not.
6:34 to play in the third quarter. Blytheville with the ball. Credit this Blytheville team. They always play us tough.
They do.
It is never an easy game whenever the Raiders take on Blytheville.
Gosh.
Boy,
had him in the backfield again.
Had Woods in the backfield, and credit that young
15
man.
yards.
He gets out into the 50-yard line. What a run by Jermel Woods.
Man. We haven't made an adjustment. Anytime they're on trips and he runs to this side wide, we have nobody in his face outside. That was the defensive end that slipped inside the tackle. But our outside backer is getting blocked by this receiver here, and we have nobody there immediately, you know. That's definitely got to be a play that we got to look at and say, hey, we need to have somebody up in this guy's face.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Tavares Townsend. Stops the clock with 6 minutes in the third
We've talked
quarter.
about the quarterback. He's got an arm because he showed it off, throwing it over everybody. He just reared back through that one pretty fast for a 5 or 10 yard pass there. He zipped that so hard the kid couldn't catch it.
Jeremiah Northern come into the game not really renowned for his passing, but boy, he has really thrown the ball well tonight. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Chickasaws. Again, throws it through the hands of Tavares Townsend. That was certainly a catchable ball right there.
I won't say that's on the quarterback that time. He took a little bit off of that, and the receiver just missed it. And sometimes that's the reason why you don't see teams pass the ball. You know, every once in a while they'll have their moments, and you think, golly, they should be throwing it more. But his inaccuracy and the ability of certain receivers, you know, to catch the ball may be why they – and with the running back they've got, why would you not lean on that guy?
Exactly. And with a 13-point lead, chew up some clock. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, I hope they keep throwing incomplete passes.
Woods pitch, and boy, he has good vision.
Yes, he does.
Saw the hole and gets down to the 42-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 2 after the gain of 8.
Big play. If we can stop them right here, boy, momentum shift big time.
I believe Blytheville has punted one time tonight. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
They have been going for it on 4th down. Big 4th down right here. Clock rolling, 5:20.
Trip to the top side. Let's see if we do something off that edge. Looks like we're moving the linebacker up.
Hard count, trying to draw us off sides. Good discipline there by the Raider defensive front. Livingston, Crawford, Salas.
He's going to call a timeout, talk about it.
Might have been the old famous Coach Hawk no play right there. Timeout, Blytheville. We're going to take it with them. 4 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Blytheville up 34-21. Don't go anywhere. A lot of football to be played here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls. That's right, a place where the food comes flying to you, and it's good enough to eat. Front Page Cafe is also famous for our all-you-can-eat pass-arounds that come with every lunch or dinner. Lunch specials start at just $6.99. That includes a meal, flying rolls, and all the pass-arounds you can eat. So get your next home-cooked meal at Front Page Cafe. And don't forget, we've got the best old-fashioned breakfast in town. Front Page Cafe, home of the flying rolls.
And we welcome you back to Blytheville, Arkansas, Haley Field. 4:59 remaining in the third quarter. Chickasaws up 34-21. Appreciate our good friend Mickey Phelps, the Front Page Cafe, for sponsoring the broadcast. Planning on eating breakfast there tomorrow morning with my parents. Hope to see a lot of Raider fans there. If you come and see me, I'll buy you breakfast in the morning if I can remember my wallet. 4th down and 2. Direct snap to Woods. Woods is tackled by Stephen Williams. Short of the first down. Well, let's see what the spot is.
Knocked the referee down.
Yeah, hopefully the referee is all right.
He's the one that had the spot. That's what scared me.
Yeah, I hope.
But the other guy came up. 4th down. It's our ball.
Yep, that's our ball. That's going to be a turnover on downs. First down, Raiders. Good job by Stephen Williams coming up and meeting that tough running back, slinging him down before he got to the first down.
I don't have a clue what the coach is arguing about. He was definitely short. Had to get to the 40-yard line. He didn't. For a penalty, but that would have been a dead ball foul. Yeah. Well, and Charles Moore took off, and the kid bumped into him and knocked him into the referee.
In any event, the Raiders turnover on downs, and that's a big turnover right there.
That's a yard difference there. To the 1 yard short, it made him look like he's 2 yards short.
Charles Moore in motion. Now Josie Perkins in motion. Carter passing left to Kyle Tolley.
Ooh,
Kyle Tolley running east and west.
Don't do that.
Ooh, but he gets. Oh, that's
Ball's
a fumble on the play.
That's
he got his pocket picked there.
Dang. That is not that.
And that is number 10, Makai Rayner, with the fumble recovery. You could just kind of feel something bad was about to happen there,
Nothing
Coach.
good comes from that. I discussed it a while ago. 6 turnovers. Like, just can't get things going in our favor. We just had a big stop, turn right back around the very next play and give it back to them. Man, you can't do that. We had a play called. They played it perfectly. Live to play another day. Do not try to do something like that.
The Raiders had a chance to make it a one-possession game right there.
Yeah.
Instead, we cough it up again.
Again, that's youth. That's not been on the field very much. Gosh, dog, I just hate that.
Woods is smothered in the backfield. Heck of a play there by Stephen Williams. Second straight great play by number 22.
And I think Coach Hampton has seen enough of Woods, and he's starting to roll the dice. He's blitzing more, doing some more stunts up front. That was a great play call there by Coach Hampton. He did his X stunt right here on this edge, and nobody was there to block our linebacker.
That's a loss of 5. 2nd down and 15. 4 minutes and 4 seconds. Clock is rolling. Still a lot of time to play, a lot of football to be played here in this game. Northern and Woods in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. The give is to Woods, running right side.
We just sat back.
Breaks a tackle, gets down to the 31-yard line. That's going to be first down yardage for the Chickasaws. As Jermel Woods.
Well, I don't know what our outside linebacker is keying, but when he sees it being handed off there, he sits back and allows the ball carrier to come to him, and then Woods makes him miss. If you call it low ball, high ball. You see low ball, you got to come up. And if he would, whenever he's dancing around a defensive lineman, if our linebacker is meeting him right there, it's a tackle. Tackle for a no gain or a loss. But we sit back and let that running back come to him, man. There you go. He threw it a little lower, threw it right in his chest where he had to catch the ball.
Willie Bell with the reception. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3. And they're on the part of the field that I can't hardly see, Coach.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Thankfully, the camera has a good view
right.
of it. It's about 15 feet to our left.
I'm glad you said that. I'm actually just going to turn around and watch the.
There you go. It's a little bit behind on there, but that's Woods on the carry. And he is tackled by Jorge Salas. That is first. That's good for a first down. They'll move the chains after the gain of 4.
Yeah, it seems like they're coming back now and trying to eat up more of the clock. Because the coach had to get scared there just a little bit when they seen that we was going to get the ball back and get down to a one-possession game, and we still got another whole quarter to play.
Clock is rolling at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Pass complete over here on the near side. And Jaquan Dent back out there on defense. Dent and the Raiders number 19, Quad Brown, also in on the stop. Gain of 5. It's 2nd down and 5 for Blytheville. Northern and Woods. Give to Woods, running left side, cuts back. And he is tackled by Stephen Williams inside the 10-yard line. So there may be a Blytheville player shaken up a little bit. It'll be first down and goal to go on the Raider 9-yard line. Officials timeout for an injury. One of the big Blytheville linemen down about the 10-yard line.
Woods now up to 23 carries for 160 yards.
Woods over 160 yards on the night, 163 yards. He has been the man for Blytheville tonight.
Yeah, and getting the extra carries and the extra possessions sure has helped with that. Like I said, we've only played 3 quarters of play and already 6 turnovers. It's just very, very difficult to win a ball game, especially whenever you're playing a very talented team at their place. You had to get some breaks and everything go well for your side, and then to turn it over 6 times is just it's hard to overcome.
And 2 of those turnovers immediately led to points.
Yeah, 14 points immediately off scooping scores. Yeah.
And in a game when you're losing by 13, that's big.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, we've scored 21 points on their defense, and they've scored 20 on our defense. Because 14 of it came off their defensive scoring.
Right.
I always pointed that out as a defense coordinator as well. I kept how many points actually got scored against us.
That's number 54, Traquan Hooper, the injured Chickasaw, and we want to wish Traquan well, hope that he is all right. Looks like he's bouncing around pretty good as he's hobbling off the field. So we sure wish that man well. First down and goal to go for Blytheville. They are inside the 10-yard line of the Raiders. Northern and Woods in the backfield. Now would be an excellent time for one of them turnovers. Under pressure, Woods throws complete. He is swarmed at the 5-yard line. Stephen Williams, Quad Brown on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and goal to go from the 5. Clock under a minute now in the 3rd quarter, 54 seconds. Play clock at 25. And, Coach, as you said, Blytheville starting to massage the clock, let that thing roll.
Yeah, like I said, you know the coach had to look up after they went for it and didn't get it, and we got the ball about the 40-yard line. He had to look up and go, they score here, we're one possession, still got another whole quarter to play, and he probably realized he hadn't done a good job milking the clock.
Woods running left. He is close to the goal line, but he's stopped just short. That's Charles Moore on the stop.
Maybe they'll come down the other end and let us watch it from this side.
Hey, we'll see a whole lot better. I promise you that. That's going to be the last play of the fourth quarter as the clock is at 12 seconds. And they'll surely let it roll down to 0. So one more quarter of play. Don't you dare go anywhere. The Raiders down by 13, 34-21. But I promise you, anything can happen whenever these two teams tangle. Fourth quarter coming up. You are watching Raider football on NTV.
America. Is it a bald eagle soaring over a Virginian sunrise?
I'll tell you what America is, brother. America is getting your truck fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories.
Russell's Truck Accessories?
Yeah, Russell's Truck Accessories. They got chrome and aluminum wheels. They got big old mud crawling tires. They got lift kits so you can look down on the vegans and commies in their little compact cars. Russell's Truck Accessories. It's more American than Ronald Reagan playing home run derby with John Wayne.
Russell's Truck Accessories is located on South Stadium in Jonesboro.
God bless America and God bless Russell's Truck Accessories.
Yankees.
And we welcome you back to Haley Field here in Blytheville, Arkansas. A beautiful fall evening in a hotly contested game. So far, things are going Blytheville's way, 34-21, as the Raiders have turned the ball over 6 times, and Blytheville has made Nettleton pay for those turnovers. However, there's 12 minutes left to play, and anything can happen, especially when you have a high-powered offense like the Raiders still have, even with the injuries.
Well, this is where we need a turnover in the worst way, just so it doesn't put the score too far out of reach here. If we can somehow get a scoop and maybe even not a score, but just to get us out of the end zone so we could drive down and turn this thing around.
It's like it's going to be a direct snap to Woods, running up the middle. Veers to the right, and he is in.
He is in.
Touchdown, Blytheville. Yeah, I just started to say a couple of years ago we saw a huge play right down there.
Yeah.
Very first.
And if I remember correctly, we were begging for a turnover then because we had turned the ball over and they hadn't.
Right.
And it happened.
They fumbled it on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they did.
And we held on for a win.
Not tonight, though.
Not so lucky on that one.
No.
And Blytheville with a 19-point lead, electing to go for a 2-point conversion. A little reverse there. It's going to be a reverse pass.
And he got it.
Well done. The 2-point conversion is good. Excuse me, that's Kylan Wells. And Jeremiah Northern, the quarterback, slipped into the defensive secondary, and I guess he's an eligible receiver, Coach.
Oh,
and he made the play. 42-21, the score.
Yeah, that was on the Super Bowl, and Brady missed
That's
it,
right.
and so they're coming out with some trickery for the 2-point conversions, and makes it a full 21-point. Now we got to score 3 times and get 3 PATs, so that was big.
It really was. 11:56 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Raiders up against it here, down 3 possessions against Blytheville.
Well, we average giving up 38, 39 points, so they're right there, but we average scoring 49. So if we can put the averages together and just come back and score right here,
we'll be all right.
49 to 42, I'll take it. Lot's got to happen in 11:56. Not saying it can't, though.
Jamel Woods is up to 25 carries for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Kyle Tolley back deep. One of the Raiders back deep for Nettleton. That is number 28. haven't called his number yet tonight. Number 28, that is, I don't even have his name on the roster. Do we have that, Sean? Number 28 for the Raiders?
That looked like Josie changed uniforms.
Maybe as the outlaw Josie Perkins has.
Josie's out there at 84.
No, he's 84. That's
Okay, well, we'll call that a player to be named later. Number 28. We have a 28 on the Nettleton roster, but it's blank there. So whoever it was, fine return. And I apologize to his parents if you're watching for not being able to call his name.
Jersey tear or something, and we had to go to a different number.
The give to Jaquan Dent. He is tripped up after a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. I'm just glad to see Jaquan back out.
Yeah.
I have not seen Cameron Scarlett back out on the field. And I was wondering who in the world we're going to run out there, and then lo and behold.
I really thought we were just going to add another receiver and go 5 wide because we're just about out of running backs. We got some possibilities coming back next week, which we dire need now.
Jaquan Dent tackled in the backfield by Jakari Clark.
And that goes back to the Jimmies and the Joes, like you were saying earlier. Our number 1 does not make a guy miss, and their number 1,
yes.
That guy's in the backfield. He makes the tackle. Our guys have been in the backfield all night, can't make the tackle. So it's frustrating, really, really frustrating. Coming from a coaching standpoint, I promise you.
3rd down and 11 for the Raiders. And when you're down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter, you need to score on every single possession. Carter, little reverse. The outlaw Josie Perkins running toward the corner, and he is shoved out of bounds just inside Blytheville territory. Is marked down at the 48-yard line.
Well, I couldn't really see what happened there on the sideline, but our fans went crazy over there. I don't know if it's a face mask, horse collar, or what was going on, but
it looked like Josie. His head
turned.
may have.
He did turn, and all of our fans stood up and hollered real quick. So
it'll be 4th down and 3, and there is a Blytheville Chickasaw who is a little bit shaken up. 10:21 to play in the game.
I like the chain gangs better. They got it 3rd and 3.
Yes.
It's definitely 4th and 3, but hey,
let's go with what they say.
That's right.
It'd be nice to have 5 downs.
That's Nebraska against Colorado.
I think it can happen. With this time break and the timeout right here, nobody talks about it. They may get back. No, he's telling him now, 4th down. He's not changing it. The referee's definitely told him.
There we go.
There he goes.
Took him a couple of times.
He didn't know he was talking to him.
Another injury while we are awaiting the injured player to be taken off the field. Want to say big thanks once again to our sponsors, Consolidated Insurance, Shadrachs Coffee, First Community Bank. I'm going to say a special shout out to Alan Williams, the president of the Touchdown Club. Yesterday, Alan and his wonderful wife, Dana, fed the junior high team, brought in a whole bunch of pizzas. And let me tell you something, Coach, it takes a lot of pizzas to feed the junior high football team. Alan and Dana, First Community Bank, where community comes first. We appreciate those folks greatly. Russell's Truck Accessories, Delaplaine Seed Company, Hilltop Fitness, Collision Repair, Front Page Cafe, and Legacy Homes. We appreciate all of those folks. That's Willie Bell, the injured Chickasaw. He's walking off the field with a little bit of help from his friends. We hope that Willie is all right and back in action soon, even though that young man is a Raider killer.
Yes, he is. That's not who you want to see hurt if you're a Chickasaw fan, that's for sure.
4th down and 3 for the Raiders. Cade Carter with a hard count. Blytheville able to stay on their side of the ball. Jaquan Dent in the backfield. In motion is Kyle Tolley. Carter to pass on 4th down. Steps up in the pocket. Rolling. Pass is complete to Kyle Tolley. Kyle Tolley has the first down.
Get down
and
there.
He gets that smart football play right there. Don't try to do too much. Gets the first down and moves the chains. That's exactly what the Raiders needed right there. Gain of 12. And it looks like we may have a flag on the play, though, Coach. I did not see it until just now. Consensus in the press box is ineligible receiver downfield, but have yet to see an indication from the officials.
Yeah, I don't know what they possibly be discussing with it thrown right there over the middle. We did a crossing route. Surely they're not trying to say we picked somebody. They are. There we go.
They're waving the flag off. No
flag.
This
is not the NFL. We don't call that. So
first down Raiders.
There's our 2 receivers crossed there in the middle, and they kind of ran into each other. But definitely, if the defense runs into each other or whatever, there's no pick route there. So I don't.
Good no call by the officials, waving that flag off.
I didn't see anything.
Cade Carter from the gun. Gives to Jaquan Dent. Running left side. Big hole. He spins his way out of a tackle. Good run there by Jaquan. Forward progress should be enough for a first down. Very close. Yeah, and it looks like they're going to give him first down yardage. Gain of 11. First down Raiders. Good, tough run by Jaquan Dent.
That was a good, tough run.
11 yards. That is the longest run of the night for Jaquan Dent. 1st and 10. In motion is Charles Moore. Caught 2 touchdown passes last week. Carter intended for Moore. Incomplete.
All night long I've been saying that I like our attack and how we've been patient and sticking to the run, but, I don't really like it right now. We need to have a sense of urgency, and we're very, very slow. The clock's running there, and we do about 3 or 4 motions, and, we're eating up the clock now. We need to be getting one formation, get going, some kind of Indy speed, 2-minute warning type. We got 3 touchdowns to get in 9 minutes.
It's time to hustle.
It's time to do a little bit more hustling.
Carter's pass is.
He almost picked that with one hand.
It was almost picked off as incomplete. Intended for Josie Perkins, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. Correction, 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders.
3rd down and 10.
Learn not to trust the scoreboard here. Josie Perkins preventing the interception on that play, knocking it out of the defender's hands. Carter nailed right as he's throwing, but the pass is complete to Kyle Tolley.
Staying in there.
Sure was.
Staying there and deliver it.
Good, tough throw there by the senior signal caller, and that's a first down for the Raiders. Excellent route over there by Kyle Tolley.
And that's backyard football, and I wish coaches would get back to doing that more often than the deep stuff all the time. Hey, we know where the route's going to break out at, and when the quarterback sees it, just throw it. It's,
1st and 10, and that's a quarterback sack.
It took way too long. Though, go down to the sticker book, turn out.
Yes.
You get the sticker bush, you turn out, and you throw it. Backyard football. We don't do that anymore.
That's right. It's one of the things wrong with America today. Kids don't get out in the backyard and play football.
That is.
Two completions for a first down.
Again, see, we took a sack. Clock's running. We're walking around looking. We need to be going.
Dakari Clark, the Chickasaw, who made the quarterback sack on that last play. Carter rolling to his left. Got a man wide open. Touchdown, Raiders. That is Charles Moore. with the touchdown reception. Caught 2 touchdowns last week and hauls another one in tonight, 22 yards. Charles Moore's last 3 catches have all been touchdowns.
Sneaky. Don't use him till you need him.
Yes.
When you need a touchdown, call on his number.
I'd say we call his number a lot here in the fourth quarter.
At least 2 more times.
Michael Golden's kick is up and good, and it is a 2-possession game once again with 8 minutes and 27 seconds to go. So good drive there by the Raiders, culminating in a touchdown pass, Cade Carter to Charles Moore. And the Raiders down 14 with 8:27.
Yeah.
And now we need a break.
We do. We need the onside kick. But with this time, I hope we got enough sense of urgency these next 2 possessions if we get 2 more chances at it. Like I said, we got to pick it up and really get after it.
Still,
I think they almost lulled us to sleep there, and we lulled them to sleep and got behind them, I think they're getting prepared for an onside kick.
Yeah, looks like they may have their hands team out. Coach Chris Moss, the special teams coach for the Raiders, and he's got his kickoff team over on the far sideline giving them some instructions. Also the track and field coach. Coach Moss, great guy. We sure miss him over at the high school this year as he's taking an administrative job at the junior high.
Yeah, he was the dean of students for us at the high school last year. Now he's the dean of students at the junior high.
Good man.
Yep.
The pride of Truman, Arkansas.
People talk highly of him down there.
Yes. Matter of fact, they say Chris Moss and Highway 63 is only 2 good things to come out of Truman. That's what some people. I would never say that. I would never say that about the good people from Truman. Some people somewhere do say that.
Yeah. I got canned from Truman.
8:27 to play in the game. And you would expect an onside kick right here.
Onside time.
It is an onside kick. It goes 10 yards, but it is recovered by the Chickasaws. Excellent job there by Kentorius Dotstry as he's the kicker, and he comes down with a big special teams play right there.
Yeah, you'd like to see that thing go farther. You really want it to bounce and go about the numbers or beyond, because that gives you time to get your guys there. It's all about the angles and things. That took a good hop. It's just in between the hash and the numbers, and that's typically when it lands there, unless they boot it or something, they're going to get that.
Hard to control that football.
It is.
I mean,
it's a lot of practice to get it out there at the numbers.
It's such a weird shape.
Yes.
It doesn't roll true.
But with this turf, it does a lot better than it used to do with the ground.
Right.
With the cleat marks the ground had and everything, you never knew where it was going.
Give to Woods, and you can bet we're going to see a steady dose of number 1. And boy, he's a gamer.
Yeah.
He's close to the first down. I believe he's got first down yardage.
McKeelan Barber, the outside linebacker there, sophomore. Again, I wished our outside backers, he's patting his chest, but, they've got to – if they see low ball, they've got to come up. They just set back, and that's Woods is going to win that match every time. If you're sitting flat-footed and he's coming at you with full head of steam, he's probably going to get around you or through you.
It's second down and 1. 7 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the game. Play clock at 19. I believe they put the play clock at 40 to begin right there, Coach. I'm really not sure, and maybe you can explain what's going on with the play clock. Sometimes they put it at 25. Sometimes they put it at 40 this year.
if they spot the ball, they're supposed to start it at 40 immediately, like right now. But that calls a first down, so now they're going to put it at 25 because they'll spot it, get everything moved on the referee. If they move it, then they go to 40.
Okay.
It's supposed to.
Chickasaws get the first down. And it's 1st and 10 at the Raider 36.
Yeah, see, I don't think they're necessarily doing this correctly. As soon as you spot the ball, like as continuous play goes, then it's supposed to go 40. If it goes up and the referee has anything to do with it, then it starts on 25 on his mark.
Okay. Well, there's 15 seconds remaining on the
he
play
set the
clock.
ball, should have started at 25.
6:47 to play in the game. Little screen pass over on the right side. It is complete. Flag down. Stephen Williams on the stop, and the pass complete to Nadre Lewis. But like we said, there is a flag on the play. It would seem that that one's coming back. Yeah, the penalty against Blytheville.
Yeah, as a holding, they ran a screen out there, and the receiver held our outside linebacker.
So a good break for the Raiders.
Be 10 yards from the spot. See, this crew, they have to get together and discuss what all is going on every time, and I don't think they may have not worked together, all kinds of things, but.
Holding is the call against Blytheville. Clock is at 6:36. Blytheville definitely in clock-killing mode right now.
We definitely need a turnover in the worst way.
Penalty stops the clock at 6:36. Direct snap once again to Woods, running right up the middle, and he is breaking tackles and got to the 40. I thought he was going to be stopped for a loss, but that young man just keeps on going.
It should be started right now. Should be a 40-second clock right now. Should be going. There it goes.
That is about 6 or 7 seconds.
As soon as they put the ball down, the referee spots it, and the 40-second clock starts immediately.
2nd down and 14 with the play clock.
That's a new rule they put in this year, doing more like how the NFL does.
Play clock at 20. Game clock at 5 minutes and 53 seconds. Northern and Woods in the backfield for the Chickasaws. Northern gives to Woods, bounces right side, runs down. He is stopped inside the 30. Forward progress will be marked at the 29.
We're just one guy short every time. I can't stress enough that outside linebacker has to come up right there. It's the same guy that made the tackle. It's just he's making the tackle 5 yards and getting drugged for 2 or 3. So.
By the time they run this next play, the clock will be under 5 minutes. 30 seconds on the play clock, 5:10 on the game clock.
And when they discuss this new play clock, it scared me because it puts a lot into the referee. Oh, there's a hold. Thank you. It puts a lot of control into the referee of how quick they set it, when they set it, and I wish they'd go back and just do the 25 seconds and you just do it the same every time.
Every time.
Yeah, because it puts a lot of guesswork into what crew you're going to have and how fast they spot the ball and how they do things. So.
Northern's pass, that was complete to Kylan Wells. However, it's going to be coming back.
It's going to be another hold.
Holding against the Chickasaws. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 after the penalty, after the spot foul. 4:54 on the clock.
Yeah. We like seeing the holds, but the repeat of downs.
Right now, the
4 o'clock, yeah.
The clock is our enemy.
It is.
Trips wide right. Direct snap to Woods. Woods cuts up the middle. Young man sees the field very well, saw the hole, and he is, and there's a flag is thrown down a little bit late there as he had his helmet ripped off of him. Now the rule is if the helmet comes off, you have to come out, but I wonder if you get your helmet ripped off, do you have to come out?
No. If it stops the clock with a penalty, because then everybody go out there and try to rip your helmet off. So
personal foul, face mask against the Raiders. That'll be
unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders. Don't like to see that.
That's probably one of the hardest throws of the referee I've ever seen. He just threw his flag pretty hard at the feet of the Raiders.
Yeah. He saw something that made him angry, evidently.
Either somebody said something to him or he saw something, and he threw that flag pretty hard.
Personal foul, face mask. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Raiders. I guess that will be 2 half the distance penalties, and it's going to wind up being first down and goal to go from the 4. Play clock at 40 and rolling. Game clock at 4:17 and rolling. Blytheville with first and goal inside the 5. They give to Woods. He's running right side. Still running. It gets down to, looks like about the 2-yard line. Be second and goal. Stephen Williams on the stop for the Raiders. Less than 4 minutes to play in the game.
206 yards for Woods.
Young man has had a heck of a game.
Yeah, he's a workhorse, that's for sure.
One of the best backs in the 5A East, no doubt about it.
31 carries.
And for the second straight week, Coach, we've tangled with a 0-for team, and they sure don't look like an 0-for team.
No, the competition level, non-conference game, they played some tough non-conference, and then they opened up with win.
Woods with another touchdown.
What happened to us tonight, we really needed to happen to them. The turnovers, the things that could have easily got them down and had them quit. But by us doing the turnovers and things and keeping them in the ball game and giving them quick, easy scores and gave them that glimmer of hope and light that, hey, we're not going to go 0-5. We got a chance to win. So,
and the 2-point conversion on the fake PAT is good. And that will make the score 50-28 as Blytheville is – now Nettleton has given up 38 points per game, and as you mentioned earlier, Coach, we are giving up above our average tonight on the defensive side of things.
Under our average, but
yes,
that tends to happen if you take 14 points away from them and put the 14 point,
right.
We give them 14 off of turnovers.
Right.
So that tends to happen whenever you have 6-7 turnovers. The other team's going to have a little bit higher ratio and you're going to have less because just the number of possessions have changed,
Exactly. Want to say thanks to Sean Saunders. We always appreciate him and the Jonesboro Sun for sitting in the booth with us. He's a good spotter for us and helps us out with stats. He's heading down to the sideline to do his last bit of work before he writes a story. His work's just getting started. He has to write an article. It'll be in the Sun tomorrow, and we appreciate the Sun's good coverage of Raider football. Appreciate them putting a good man like Sean onto the Raider beat. 3:15 remaining in the game. That is Nettleton's number 28, and that's the player to be named later. The whistle has not blown.
I don't know who that kid is, but I like him.
Yeah, he runs it hard.
He needs to be on kickoff return every week.
Yeah, I apologize to the family of number 28. We just do not have his name up here on the roster, and none of us recognize him, but he has done a good job. That's been a bright spot tonight. Cade Carter, empty backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Pass is intended for the outlaw Josie Perkins. Is incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock now at 3:01.
You know, that's the thing that makes this competition a little bit tougher each year. With this being a factory town and Jonesboro becoming a factory town, we have a lot of transitional students they know each other.
Right.
You know, we have a lot of students at Nettleton that's from Blytheville and vice versa. And you can see it kind of gets a little personal out there, gets a little chippy. And at the same time, I just seen Josie, you know, give a dude a high five. So, you know, it makes it a tough competition when you know the person and you want to beat them bad.
Nice tackle there on Jaquan Dent. That's number 2, Nadre Lewis. That'll be a loss. It's going to loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 13. You know, Coach, I'm saying this with no sadness. This will be the last time we play Blytheville. They're leaving our conference.
Yeah.
And they will be replaced with the Brooklyn Bearcats. And Brooklyn that's a program that's definitely on the come up.
Yep.
But by anybody's reckoning, that's a good trade for the Raiders.
Oh,
bringing
most definitely.
in Brooklyn and losing Blytheville. Blytheville is a great program and a good team, and it's one of those teams, even when they're down, they play us tough.
Right. And, yeah, that's no slap to Brooklyn. I mean, people know that traditionally they're not the program. They haven't been there. They're building, like you said, and they're only going to get better. Mm-hmm. But for right now, it's a great trade for the Raiders for the future. Most definitely.
4th down and 13 for the Raiders. Their own 39-yard line. The clock at 2:15. Jaquan Dent in the backfield with Cade Carter. Charles Moore, Devin Alexander near sideline. Kyle Tolley, Josie Perkins far sideline. Carter rolling to his left. He's going to try to run, and he's short of the 1st down. And
gains about 8.
Yep, that's going to be a turnover on downs, and that should just about wrap it up.
And, you know, that's just the down marker had 3rd down, and I don't know if Cade didn't realize it's 4th down, but that's just not a good decision by a senior quarterback to run out of bounds and not at least just throw it. I mean, even if it's intercepted, you know, and I know we're down, you know, we got to score too many points, but still, you'd like to see him throw it up and just see what could happen.
As it is, turnover on downs. Blytheville will take over 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Nettleton does have 3 timeouts, but we will see if they elect to use them.
I don't agree with this. I would have number 1. I'd have there you go. If he's taking a knee, that's a different thing. But, you know, that's the way the luck goes. They depend heavily on number 1, you know. And he's been the workhorse and has taken beatings for 5 games now and is still healthy as an ox.
Right.
You know, we don't have that one standout, but we're on our 4th running back.
Right.
You know, they have that injury, and they could be 0-8 or 0-9, you know.
Exactly.
Because he does so much for this team. And it's just the luck of the draw. I mean, as an older coach, you get used to saying, you know, I'll say, Coach, how you going to be this year? And your typical answer is, we're going to be fine if we can stay
healthy.
Stay healthy, injury-free. I mean, that's the key to the game nowadays.
And Nettleton has an outstanding back, number 33, Nathan Young, and he's just out. He has some ligament damage in his knee. The good news is he is coming back. Week 8, I believe, is when – that's what I heard. Week 8 is coming back. That will be at Forest City. Nathan told me today in class he's coming back week 7, which will be not next week but the week after. That'll be homecoming against Greene County Tech. The Raiders have Paragould next week, followed by Greene County Tech, and then we travel to Forest City. So right now we're 0-2 in conference, but traditionally we do compete well against the 2 Greene County schools. And so here in a couple weeks, hopefully we'll be 2-2, and we got number 33 coming back for the weeks 8, 9, and 10. So
the way this conference is stacked up, I mean, you know, in the past few years, win teams tends to be the cream of the crop in the conference, and everybody else is just up for grabs. So, I mean, being 0-2 in conference play right now is definitely not – we're not out of it. If we can go for a run and then be there and win at the end, I mean, we've tied the last few years. It's been 3-way ties, 4-way ties for first place. So
exactly,
a lot of good football left to play, even in conference play, and we're not out of it by no means.
That's right. Keep our heads up, boys. We'll do it again next week. Congratulations to Blytheville for a good win, just a well-played game by the Chickasaws. They were opportunistic. They gave the ball. They fed their studs, so to speak, give the ball to number 1, Woods. And, man, what a game he had, over 200 yards rushing. Raiders battled, but just came up short, 50-28 the final. Next week, we'll be traveling to Paragould, and we'll be bringing you the action here on Nettleton Television. The week after, it's homecoming. Going to be an awful lot of fun all week long, and a big game as Greene County Tech pays a visit to Raider Field. I want to thank our sponsors once again: Consolidated Insurance, Shadrachs Coffee, First Community Bank, Russell's Truck Accessories, Delaplaine Seed Company, Hilltop Fitness, Collision Repair, the Front Page Cafe, and Legacy Homes. Without those folks, we would not be unable to bring you these broadcasts. Make sure that you support those local businesses who care so much about our Nettleton athletes. I want to say a shout-out to our director, Ryan Bell. Excellent job of running the show tonight. Our camera operator, Colby Miller. Proud of Colby. He did a very good job. Coach Thomas, had a lot of fun calling the game with you tonight. Thank you so much for taking your Friday night and bringing Raider football to Raider Nation. It's always a pleasure to call a game with you. You do a great job. Thank you for being with me tonight.
Hey, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the weather, too.
Oh, it's been nice.
The only thing I didn't enjoy is the Raiders not getting a victory, but they just got to keep their heads up, get in the ice baths, and come back next week with something to prove. So,
and we'll be bringing it to you next Friday night at Paragould. For Keith Thomas, I'm Craig Miller. Thanks so much for spending your Friday night with us. We'll do it again next Friday night. Until then, have a great night, everybody. So long for just a while. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
Alma mater, heed our parting song. Honor, truth, and joy attend thee. We have loved thee long. Alma mater, ever wise and true.